Okay. Yeah, busia for akwa baby why? And then I had to arrest that because I mean to move MPK will be on my show no so now. Request line of freezy, what turn it off button so into one turn it off. The only option has to be say send me to restart a system no. And tia busia for akwa baby no me pick money and to us why? Oba no say why? Share video na do phone sign bla why? Nipa na omo hwa ya lusu omo no. Omo na omo hwa ya lusu omo because of say restart ya no patro share no mo nsambla. Why share. Oba no say why? Me restart na say na be meet ma pick him amabotima ba me edi nkomo request line no freeze here. Tina me pick obi enye yie. Nti the only option say this me restart it. Okay, nti share na unu ya nsambla na into aso. I mean pick ma me esi. Street ultimate can requestable why? Ultimate can requestable video request line active. Request line active in the street so ultimate can requestable why? Na yento aso. Afi meet mo peki nipa. Okay. Yeah, street requestable. Esi
Hello, Papa.
Esi
Yes, Papa.
Esi voice no what three.
Mpasha, what's in this here?
Yes, afi there yeah. Akwa baby you.
Yeah, I just offer. No, I think so. No, we was about CV, no. Maybe dear, no. Once a normal CV, na ya type here, we no. I know must say a word because I take it 2 pages. Into me call Google or more templates in different.
Yeah.
Until you choose one. Not why? What feeling? Sometimes they'll give you options to choose from. Send a bit filling up your experience, your skills, and other things. And I think someone went to me, you know, or met me ako Google. No, Mark Aquay.
Okay. And so omoko aye Google no almost say CV or resume template almost have can be. Now
Yeah,
wait more.
yeah.
Yeah, what you follow stamp
If
for
I
now what they develop audio no.
try any cover letter, you know.
Okay. All right. Oh, as a program.
Oh, there be a same behind.
Okay, mommy, is
Now,
he?
who's Uncle Kobe follow me? But all my follow more back in Mr. Those who want the IELTS,
Uh,
audios and what should I even say?
Mm.
Audios formats now on bit mediation again. Omonya me high, ewo me DM ni muna me huna mentimi enya omo number. Me send
okay.
them home.
But
Hi.
me around me, is he me that say?
Uh,
Okay, sweet, I'll cover you.
Yeah.
Yanti,
And then you mention.
Kevin, I'm welcome. Kevin, I'll cover.
Yeah, Papa, good evening.
Kevin, me pass out my jail, so much is saying.
I'm not born patrol. I'm sorry.
Yes, so Yanko Pongo so shy, so you didn't come, all cast free.
Papa, I'm casa free. I have to trust you.
Hey, I put also, you didn't come.
I've already seen you, Nino. Since you mentioned to trust you, there, Wako.
Ayo.
Mm.
No, if I made it, I made a new city didn't come work a crack.
Okay, Yanko.
Mm.
But the city where we say job banking now, me, I kaka, my apply with brave, but still I mean, I reply, be a.
Good to apply. Ejuma deɛ saa. Ejuma pɛ deɛ
But
saa.
you know, but your cover letter, no, anything.
No ne sɛ waka sɛ, dear sɛ, please find attached for your attention. Thank you. No. Cover letter mɛmfa biribi anka ho. CV na ɛyɛ most important.
Inti me upload na CV na me any PDF na say me yen word.
Emu mienu na okay.
Oh, okay. Ana sana we can so my by me CV na ye 3 pages.
In 1 page. You may be one here. So why you more than so experience abroad 5 years ago and here cutting or the last 5 years.
Okay. Okay, me for me current job ni ye.
Yeah, which me look kind job I so more than 5 years the last 5 years job na relevant. And there was a we try your man to suit adwuma na wo apply no. You see, I want to
Okay.
make sure I could be a mission. I want to butcher. I want to butcher. I will work with you and say, "Oh dear, yeah."
Oyo kuta. Inti me say say cover letter no e bia e ma mentro no matintin bia so ho no.
Yeah, Kevin, yeah.
How far?
Yeah, but yeah. Over
Okay. Inti
Hi.
okay. On say the ya na your trend tintin te say the application letter no tintin ya na me de to ho.
No, we man get into man get like precise, very short. Why?
Okay.
Thank you,
Pacho
Kevin.
matipa me da mati.
Yeah,
Okay. Bye bye.
me cham toto so for ni jedu for nyina why?
Pacho ya ti bia so beti.
Yo. Me ya tata akwa ba.
Yeah, wafa. Me chia you.
Me pass me jo so me pass ni make a friend.
But me no kase fi Ghana, Accra.
Kuro ben so.
But Accra.
Me pass ni nkomo.
Okay. But better me ma over street. Me ka chance I feel say yemi bi mo ya ba platform ni so ntanka otimi ye video ma ya anka be de pa.
May later. May the to me page in some more right?
But that's because yemu bi truck drivers, trailer drivers into no be say I apply. I say me
Yeah.
how
May na me that so right?
okay, but that's offer me
Oh,
ciao.
wafa.
Yo.
So wafa say coffee wifey for coffee single wifey for
Over you are.
for na for when offer when for picture be order to ni status ni DP pa masa.
W.
Masa.
Ara.
Hello.
Oh, me sure say for here broche because picture da ho no.
Masa. Uni na what do I say go for you as well? No ni you no ni bra brero. Ah. What do I go for you as well? Ono ni 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 abre. Yo. Minia kofi kafui akwaba.
Juma na dio. Hey, chale juma na dio.
Yeah, nyame nhyira mu wɔ dwumaso bebree a mudi ma yɛn. Nyame nhyira mu. Na me question yi de ɛkɔma ayi master streetwise. Aha. Ayi ɔtwe mu no ɔka bibi fa saa MLI ana bibi saa but
LMI,
asɛ
yeah.
me kɔ aha me hu baabi a me locate na me de ehunu jobs a companies ɔmo yɛma allow ɔmo sɛ nka ɔmo mfa yɛn free outside. Nti nka wobɛtumi nsa te hɔ nom kakra na ma me a.
May later may video no na me dey to me page na ma be hwe right.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yo, uncle, and I think so. Video we yeah. You better post Sika Rough on YouTube, okay? You better post video we Sika Rough on YouTube. And you bet to more say aqua ni bio. Send a educational street, am I, you know? the tutorials na street in Kadiba, no. Obetimu asan share no wetimu asan ate ase. Enti YouTube channel no na of what? Uncle.
For
Out.
what?
Yeah.
For
YouTube
what they are to?
na of what? I comment wo ho no. Why?
Kofi
Sika
singles we yire no no.
person comment.
Kofi single yire no.
Ofoliwa na the street thing can want ya na.
I said that in any memoir no.
Ofoliwa the street thing can want ya. Ofoliwa want the street thing can no. Okay, nti uncle oba so ne me brother na oba uncle oba no. O person with mo check the video no out wa. Because the ABA street or shall say na oye tutorials no wa me to so. Oba no wa ya wie. Nti ewie message download video na makwa ko post o sika mpel on YouTube. I'm comment ma. Uncle nti me sign a comment YouTube channel name ne bi why.
Yeah.
Akwe wani kumo. Hey.
Brero.
Yeah, uncle. Nti my sign a comment
Wow, forget you know.
why?
Single wow.
Yeah, my comment YouTube channel no nti ukwa obetuma sign video no bi wetima say tutorials na say why? Uncle nti my comment sika mpel off on YouTube and YouTube channel no kwa no subscribe no me notification bell no wa select all notifications send a video bi e be to bi ano. On sabit ma kan why me da say. Am hwa de. Ofori want to what one street think I do ho fe one why you know. Or say photo na da profile na say onya wa bi so pa buchira ba. Already it is like oti abuchire that until the abuchire.
No be o abuchire any picture. Che.
Anti o photo here na we dey oche obi a onenam eye Seattle onenam Seattle Washington.
Seattle Washington. The state of Washington.
Obi a o photo just onenam eye Seattle dey odi abuchire kade. Enti okay also want to you one on timi say no odi oti abuchire dey say hu hia bi o. What happened? Abuchire mo ro kasmla ni nkomo wa mo ro kasmla.
More questions more.
Our questions are Blana request Blana be you question ano. Why? Yep. I uncle Kofi Kafui. My comment YouTube channel no corner kokore video. We are tutorials na street think I also want to ask you know. Bia what you know want to ask you know.
My video actually page. And I did answer na de be chine my yato why? Ti mobile app. I did be chine my yato nti.
Mame.
Me am.
Abuja mo request na momle. Request na be why? Na me wo openings bebre na ha nya busy. Enti request bla street wa na about job in Canada and any other related issues so person obisa ho asem no. So what general contributions so betin diaba.
Miguel obi aba so.
Okay, manamre.
Miguel obi akubi. Nyono. Makoshe nyono. Wife be.
Okay. I'm pick you. Could you make sure why? The chair was in your phone so. Nana Kwame. Yeah, street. One no monk.
Kwame yanko.
Yeah, Chairman Street, good evening.
Yeah, Charlie yanko.
With the my follow more, but I think I need the number me because job bank no me follow me miss a question, but me call apply in direct, but I don't know say me procedure na here wrong there because me who advert na me na me interest na ma apply in direct without CV anything. Me say be after almost for one CV ni other way ni baba. Timbe say me say yes na tia na
Advert bang.
me call job bank my register my account in a standard one no.
Okay, right, cool.
So me who so my place jobs no wa me apply in direct say be me interest of woman you know e be me wo experience ni say na me tron me nim say you wrong and I say
Okay, all right. So I'll click on how to apply.
yes no mama me email
Good. I'll pick your reference. No.
but No, I mean for reference, yeah. Just me call email direct.
We call how to apply now. We pick email, but there's a reference number to the application. You need to quote that reference number in the subject.
Oh, okay. Okay. Me try. Okay, no go subject ho me wa.
I mean, sure. Yes, and no
Okay.
me ba video view. I be the movie actually.
Okay.
Say maybe administrative assistant job we now pay. What's with administrative assistant job no?
Me hu. Oh,
Muhu
me hu.
okay so
Administrative assistant.
to work at SEO. And so we LMI job. Let's say work over tag me how to show how to apply.
Okay.
So we click it we will load it. We my email no yellow no. Also want you how to apply by email.
Yeah.
You will send you your email. But when you are sending the email, you should quote okay, we quote into woman quote. So you just send them an email. But sometimes when quote say we were I mean look for another one. Maybe I just saw one beer Obe Kuti. But someone Kuti, you don't have to worry about it. Just send them the email, the resume. You need to send them your resume. It's very important that you send them a resume.
Okay. Let's me attach it to the letter.
For instance, one say by mail. Okay, these are two options. Which means send a hard copy, which means send a soft copy.
Okay.
And we attach a letter now. Will resume anymore.
Okay.
Now type it or be kakra or email them say when you are interested in the job.
Oh, okay.
So and you want to.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Manya inside.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You Nana Kwame me that's why. Wait me see from. Obi your question be wait me type it na my answer.
Okay.
Okay, Baba. Until wait me afro now baby questions. Can you explain how to do the CV? The CV you have to look for a copy of it on the internet. Then you look at it and do your own. Christy, so my catch yourself follow me. What question? No, this is a delay later.
Oh, okay. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay. I'm applying for the personal aid and home support now. But me do baby Omoka tell me say if I'm not in the if I'm not in Canada or I don't have a permanent residence, I shouldn't bother applying. Else employer no wouldn't reply me.
So you look for another job. You want 1,716 Ogusu and there every day every account. Why is the email not correct?
Okay.
What are you doing? You copy the email and send an email and send it. You do not do this one. So why I don't know. You don't click on the email or you copy it, then you send it. You send an email, which you see, jobs no doors. Until you apply back, now say you are getting problems. Move on to the next one. Why? It's very simple as that.
Me concerning
Yeah.
healthcare job. Okay. If I saw my follow, so I'll be glad if you can follow me back.
I don't follow you.
I've not seen it.
Me follow, pa.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's it.
Any questions? Your question, yeah. Who said the email is not correct? Priscilla, when I got the email in your correct?
I wish I request the brand and quiet. Request the brand in come up.
And you Canada, you want to inquire you yeah. Oh, question be to me, but
Yeah.
yeah, by friend Sam.
Yes. Sam.
Hello, Abusianfo.
Hi, Sam. You're welcome.
Yes, boss. Thank you. Good evening, boss.
Yeah, okay. You're welcome.
Thank you. Mahusa, more online check. Why are you? You've been here for quite some time. In fact, now my on and off. Um, now, Mihusa, I wanted to contribute a little to your discussion.
All right, go on.
Yes, regarding Canadian application, no. Me ni Canada, me waka Ghana there.
Okay.
Then so I have had a little experience, and I want to share with your viewers.
Okay.
And it's me started this journey. In fact, me very lackadaisical. Me started this journey back in 2016, not 2017. Yes, and I'm started the Canadian process as a mayor menye. But idea back one, I don't know whether it is you or one of your contributors. And it is very important. And it's a Ghana for pe yemame dodo. And that attitude is not a good thing. Ye kahu binama sometimes you feel say enipa buyen.
Yeah.
You feel say we have been scammed, we have been doomed, no? Because information no hona the man krana o feel say nabi. Mami Mauska, how much will you charge me to do this for me? And yet bibia na ye charging and doing it for you. No. Sometimes it requires your own effort and your own experience. Me started in Kofo Weachi back then, but then na slow. Then in 2020, I wrote the IELTS. I wrote it personally. Now I have done a lot of reading and a lot of research on it. Minya immigration consultant, but now I have a lot of information about Canadian immigration system, from the provincial nomination to the express entry. I wouldn't need any immigration consultant. You can do it yourself. Yes, and then this is what I did. In 2020, I wrote the IELTS, the general. Me say no be can say, oh yeah, academic. And when you do the academic, my understanding, and from my inquiry at the British Council, and it said once you write the academic, it limits you to education, study abroad. Elemental. You academic for general for immigration. No, it's not done that way. Oko IRCC hona. General is mainly for immigration, and academic is meant for education or further studies. And you don't think when you write the academic, you can easily twist it to general when the need be. No, it is not done that way. The two pathways have different conditions altogether. If you want to opt for immigration purposes for Canada, I can't speak to any other country because I don't know whether the rules are the same when it comes to other countries like Australia, New Zealand, US, and others. But for Canada, my deep research and information, NSA, general is for immigration, and then academic is for studies. So let's establish that clear. Now, once you have it, there is something we call the ECA, that is Education Credential Assessment.
Mm-hmm.
You do your ECA. Maybe through West. I believe what I mean, Kasana, they think I mean say we are blessed with it. I did mine through West, and West, and we are. It's just like you narrowing it down to Ghana. So Ghana hana with the foreign certificate credential be free. Abrochiri Abba Ghana. Now, person we equating it to the Ghanaian standard, where the regulatory body for such evaluation, a national accreditation board, NAB. Me limit no to Ghana
Mm-hmm.
standard na me chere ade no mu a obi betiase from our own perspective.
Yeah.
Senka Ghana ha ya nke beka se fa certificate no national accreditation board normal evaluation, what we call evaluation. But Ghana, Canada, there are more 5 different bodies. 5 different bodies. Each of the bodies ni biana evaluation is accepted. 5 different bodies does not necessarily mean say I was a evaluation from all the 5. No. Any one of them you decide to evaluate your your credentials, it is you are good to go. And so I opted for West. That is West, what do you call it? World Education Services, West, WES. Now when you evaluate for your education credentials assessment, ECA report now, it takes 5 years. It's valid for 5 years. The ECA is valid for 5 years, whereas the IELTS is valid for 2 calendar years. Until after 2 calendar years, if you have not exhausted it, and you're not a shiagu, it's a process and won't mean one fine year juma in anywhere after 2 years, over started process and I just also control IELTS and for. In my case, me throw IELTS in 2020. 2022 way January expire. And as we speak, eba be expire na fe na me interest no course ro. Tio. Me throw we then my interest minim de ye na fe me ankasa no my interest was off. Adene da ho matro me wo ECA me wo IELTS. Nti de aka na se nka me push it through. But na me de tetete ho. Nti mani ba me ho so no na the time of the IELTS, validity of the IELTS certification it had exhausted. Nti esisi me no kasa I'm in the process of rewriting again. Now this is what I did. In August 2021, personally, I follow almost all their provincial nomination program because I realized the express entry, which is the EE, the express entry, competition there is very keen. And one year very tough. So if it's IELTS and 1 year very good score. Now unkita to say degree, unkita to some master's program. Now unkita a highly skilled professional. Yeah, not getting a draw is usually difficult because competition here very keen. Don't forget, and Ghana the whole world. So the application, the pool in the application in the pool is usually huge. So what I opted for was to go through the provincial the PMP programs. Now the PMP programs, I opted for a friend saying Saskatchewan there. Saskatchewan PMP. Look, Saskatchewan is one of the simplest. Look, what I did was that Manfa immigration lawyer, I did everything myself because before putting in my application, now I follow for years, meaning what it takes. I just put in my application. And then in about 2 months, I got nomination.
Wow. When you invite?
But my mistake, yes, the mistake I made, and say, when it got to the stage of my question, be say, do you have a tie? If you have a tie in Saskatchewan, instead of responding no, you see, until I'm person, what the platform hereby is a very good thing. I should have been honest and responded no. And then say, oh, let me respond yes. And when I get it, I would then look for a tie there like a friendship or something. Na mpo Ghanaian bi kura na obe charge me a. Menya ye na menya wi a menya obi obe support that application ama me. And that was where I goofed. That was where I had it wrong.
Wow.
I had it wrong. Yes. I should have just answered the question no. But a honor yes no gave me 20 points. So you will be our honor a points-based system. So the points-based system has to do with your age, your working experience, the number of years you've worked, your education credentials, and then your IELTS results, your ECA report. Your ECA report and your certificate and your evaluate equivalent to a Canadian diploma and equivalent to Canadian degree and equivalent to Canadian masters. So evaluation in America. So all these put together, then together with your tie, as to say you have a relative living in Saskatchewan or whatever province you want to go in for, then that one also gives you a point. Into omo calculate points in bomwa. I think with the minimum score for the Saskatchewan in-demand occupation in-demand stream, don't forget, omo Saskatchewan skilled whatever skilled, I think skilled work or whatever, and omo in-demand until there are two streams in that province. But I opted for the occupation in-demand, and me use an administrative assistant. And they apply. So before applying, a friend is saying, code. Also not code. That is NOC code. No, I'll be used to know. Then you know all these things down. I think in my case, the NOC code was 843 something, which is in relation to administrative assistant. And on I'm the file here based on my credential because I hold graduate diploma in management studies. And see, I have knowledge in administration. Currently, even though I'm working as an accountant, but I use that because of the certificate in requirement me use administrative. And I had the draw, but a draw self you need to justify what you have claimed. Boss say yes, invitation to apply. No, you throw me, mommy.
Wow.
Now you go to the stage. I was say me justify me points, no. Afe me drew, baby, me try to draw say me were a tie in Saskatchewan, no. I mean you be afe me new be a me prove me prove because the work claim no afe na wo be justify with documents, with evidence. Not indeed points na ya the amount, no. Then you go ahead and then apply for your permanent residence and all that. Then it got to that stage, I was stuck. And when I was stuck, I didn't know what to do next. Yes.
What age did you apply with?
Okay.
What age?
Age. Yes, I applied at the age of 40.
What qualification? What was your highest qualification?
My highest qualification is graduate diploma in management studies. But as I'm speaking to you, I'm even doing my MBA.
No.
In finance.
I'm talking about the already apply.
I applied with a graduate. They apply and a graduate diploma in management studies. It was it's a UK awarded program.
Okay. Did you apply?
Yes, it's a
single person or with your family?
Yes. No, I applied as single.
Okay. All right.
I applied as single.
Now, what was your total?
I applied as single. My total score was 70, I think 72 or 70.
700.
Saskatchewan, they're no more running into hundreds or more running into tens.
Oh, wow.
Saskatchewan, they're no more running in.
That's really cool.
Yes, Saskatchewan, they're no more running. But I say
that's really cool.
Yeah, probably a lot of information. Yeah,
information are other mano.
Yes,
these are key information that can change your life. That should tell you that age is not a factor that much
at all.
You don't need a master's degree or even a degree, a
No.
first degree. You don't even need all those things.
In
Because
fact, my main been told the now what kind of see no so. Share
Mhm.
a master's degree anyway now here. Should I say my qualification in no Ghana equivalent to a bachelor's degree.
Mhm.
But when I got my ECA report, do
Mhm.
you know the equivalency they gave me?
Mhm.
They gave me 1 year Canadian diploma.
So you see, we
Yes, they equated it to 1 year Canadian diploma. And for example, ukuta diploma bia in Ghana, the same equivalence in American Wasem no. Yes. And let's not even talk about masters. No, degree no wako say yakofa masters kradi na machiri. What the family form for any other diploma bia ukuta bia no, they will equate it to 2 years Canadian diploma or 1 year Canadian diploma, and that is okay. You are good to go. That is all you need. But express entry, say any degree and above, yeah, not scoring, no, because competition is high. But provinces, they have their different, your friends say, rankings and different provincial programs and even criteria and requirements. Most of these requirements are very easy to meet. As I'm speaking to you right now, there are 3 provinces in Canada who could a diploma and above. You can easily get nomination. Ubenya IT is here. Saskatchewan is 1. A friend said Ontario is even 2. Boss, baby, Omoka French crowd is in Quebec.
Quebec, yeah, Quebec.
Yes, Quebec. Look, my next application, my SME use Saskatchewan crowd, may use Quebec. And you ask me why, and I'll tell you. The reason is very simple. Look, Quebec krano. So we'll file it. Now we'll partner no so kra or count hono. It me actual IELTS ni bi. Ono nso aye easier. Unya points the count or some amount points be count wo original applicant na wo de no ho. And if you are filing Quebec there, if you are filing as family, yes, somehow additional 17 points you can claim. Quebec there no. If you are filing as partner, like as married couple, or couple no the age, or another points to claim. And all you need for the IELTS score in the Quebec is CLB level 5 echo. That is, you should be able to score band 4 and above. You are good to go. Saskatchewan, you only need CLB level 4 echo. That is, speaking 4, English 4, writing 4, and listening 4. Minimum requirement no Saskatchewan. I am speaking from evidence. The media apply binamekano.
Okay.
Even though my lowest score was 5.5, my lowest and my highest was 7.5. But in all, my total band score was 6.0, which I was okay. All they needed was 4.0, and I had 6.0. And who uses this principle? Look, abrochireko, me prayer ho. Opesa opre ho mpese metua sika ma connection man. Now within 4 months or me call. Eno na ma ye ko wiase ye no ne ya bu. Ye mpanin se hwehwema de ekosrosro. So when you wadwen say wo be sacrifice, you can never attain anything here on earth.
Yeah.
What the sad me pentem. Quick. Bibi up and quick. Now they call emfa. Nti wo de ma ho Canada de no. What ubetie me a enhaw no ma ho 1 year 12 calendar months 12 calendar months with these processes within a year you should be able to exhaust all the processes now. And you know one funny thing, the cost involved is what is amazing. The cost involved is relatively cheaper, about 3 or 4 times cheaper than say ube use a connection man. Because my process now me firm no na nya me ni obi a na edili o na nya me ne connection man be an dealing. Now the government of Canada, in other words, through the Saskatchewan province, and in dealing direct. So now I had Bibia may be a government and an natural nti enye we nya fe na wode akosi obi so na fa hen kosi hen na o kire wo den na wonim den na opa no be release information bia ma no they wrote to me direct. I had my ITA invitation to apply letter. I wish I could display that letter here for you, but unfortunately me ayuha letter ni bi trouble. So basically, I wanted to meet here, Mona. I got interest and I realized that you guys are doing a good job. And so I should also come in and then share my little experience with you guys. Now, go to YouTube. Me use YouTube and I'm meditating most of the videos on YouTubers, or more videos on be. And one I follow here, and me follow IRCC links, me call IRCC website, go read what are the requirements for each category of a stream. Stream be a program be a ne requirement. And I'm a master na. And it took me make us say some mistake na. And from August till now, no, nka M7 nka me yewie nka me yako. But unfortunately, so I didn't hit him and claim a point, And then later, when it was my days were getting nearer, somebody linked me to someone, a Ghanaian in Saskatchewan. Well, yes, obeyama me, but charge me, saying $4,000. Yes, to use it, 4,000 Canadian. Let me correct myself. Canadian dollar. Yeka na not just a ABC. 3,000 Canadian dollars, and it was so close. Time no matenas ya minya ubia enti 3,000 Canadian dollars at the time. The guy was demanding say obeya or the bia beya mame to cover me. Say in fact I'm a family person and all that, but this is getting upfront, and because the time was so close, I could not mobilize the funds for him. And time no the mame metena huana eshiguye. Wow. So basically, that was what happened to me. Yes, that was what happened to me. Had it not been that, I was good to go. Everything of mine was on point. You don't need a consultant. You don't need an immigration lawyer. Before then, I had spoken to a number of 2017 I made part payment to an immigration consultant in Canada. No charge me at that time. Abram and Croches. Abram and Croches in Canada. I made part payment and I signed a contract with them. I made part payment to them. So I'm going to take my immigration process. Then later I got to know, say, you don't even need them. Once you have all these things in place, you don't need anybody, my brother, my sister. What would you know? You don't need anybody. All you need, get your laptop, be serious, get your IELTS. English proficiency no more kind in 4 categories and in 4 different areas no more penal. Look, a require a university education. Once you have been taught in English, now to me express my brother, trust me, you will never fail. You will never fail.
Mr. Sam, with that, what's that?
Yes.
Almost scared no IELTS examination until ubetimu aka ho asem kakra bi because dodo na fear ho ne wo.
Oh, enyadene. IELTS no pa de ne make us enyadene. Mama nchira wo a wutie me IELTS enyadene. My brother, ye busa reading wonim say general no kra na forcing academic.
Yeah.
So wo kwotro IELTS. General no purely for academic. And no crowd the person no strictly by 6.5 echo. One ya band 6.5 our fairly. But general, message general, what me score even 4.0. Ubenya a stream in Canada would be pass it through. You can't immigration streamer, who say you were a lot of them. Your rural northern immigration pilot program, your provincial nomination program, your friend is saying occupation in demand streams, your what do you call it? AICC, Atlantic Immigration Pilot Programs. They say the Atlantic Immigration is no longer a pilot program. Now it is a stream on its own. It is now Atlantic Immigration Program, and yet is no longer a pilot. The pilot ended, I think, December last year. Yeah, and Abua, the Atlantic province, which is the Nova Scotia, the Newfoundland and Labrador, the Prince Edward Island, and then New Brunswick. The four provinces of Atlantic cannot make it the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. No, now it's no longer a pilot. Now the AICC, now Atlantic Immigration Program or scheme on its own now has become a permanent stream among the routes, the 80 something routes with me first they call Canada. Aha. And IELTS, 4 areas. They will test your listening. Who say Canada is divided, is a multinational language state and as a country. They are mainly dominated. Minim Saman 40 Minka.
Yeah, it's okay.
My network can you hear me? Good. I can hear my voice back.
Yeah.
Aha.
Okay, me too, Kaba.
Oh.
Mr. Sam, what's your name? Mr. Sam. Mr. Sam.
Oh, Minia. Sorry, why? Me pamucho we the Mompancha mina network na namin
Yeah.
me feedback will have very strong. And I had to disconnect myself and come back again.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for the disconnection.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes, nameka about IELTS na SK most of your followers, no.
Yeah.
Next row momo SK 4 areas. They will test your listening skills,
Okay.
your reading skills, your speaking skills, and then your writing skills.
Okay.
It's 4. Reading, listening, writing, and speaking.
Okay.
It's 4 areas near better still. Now, these are basic English that you speak every day.
Okay.
Before the normal English that you speak is what they are requesting for. All they want to know is that what we do Canada, the mode of communication is English. Bruni the for ekasa hwa. So ube to meaning flow. That's all they want.
Yeah.
You claim you are right, you are working in an organization. They've given you an invoice to enter some details. Can you just write simple things? You get it?
Yeah.
Can you can you communicate to somebody? Can you write? Can you hear when they speak?
Okay.
Now, when you start the class, and then IELTS classes there, abu, minia, catch what you for abu, and crying almost the whole world Ghana. Make us any major city in Ghana there, Ubenya IELTS centers. They'll give you good tuition.
Most of the cities in Ghana,
No. Oh, almost baby.
Wow.
Baby, Takrabe, Tamale, Sunyane, Kumase, Accra, Ubenya Kofodia, but Ubenya centers ni baby.
Wow.
And you just look for the nearest center, a benwo. Minim say or more center or Tamale. Into the three northern regions, Tamale takes care of it. I know they have it in Takrade. I know they have it in Kumasi, in Accra, and I think Ho and Kofodia also.
Okay.
And regardless of baby Ghana Habiano, you can easily get a close by or a near center. No one register through. But when it comes to the tuition in there, almost all our major cities in the country, ubenya baby aya classes no. Ete said the ukochro WAEC. Ete said the ukochro WAEC. WAEC is the examining body. In this case, the examining body is British Council.
Okay.
But you can just go and register your class through so and so remedial school, so and so remedial school, so and so remedial school, AB1 remedial school, XYZ remedial school. No are your classes. But for the taking of the exams in there, they are being supervised only by British Council, and they don't have only one center in Ghana. They don't have only one center in Ghana.
Mr. Sam, for the purpose of that education, now, person, you know, or power, no, don't know itimo corner, itimo fear, no, every most of my bush from many more Hanamuno. The person itimo tia say,
yes,
about why I can wait why one casabet must hear what they will fear,
yes.
no, what register for the exams, no, I quite today, out, no, so,
My
one castle,
asam nanka mpesa mechanics
okay.
but as a mechanics bi mu be say these days open so sua dia bibia on YouTube.
Yes. Anything I make us no. Yeah.
Everything is on YouTube. Everything you can get it. Yeah, oko sesi on YouTube. IELTS me you know montro IELTS na 4 models in a womb. That is it, writing, reading, speaking, and listening. 4. Nti woko YouTuber, IELTS speaking test, IELTS writing text, IELTS reading text, and IELTS friend saying listening test. Emubia ubenya a lot of materials, akin tutorials, tuition, amount for edit tuition, what tricks and techniques are. Ubeti media now a guide do now what ubenya a sample. You don't you'll be very fluent in English kakrabia. When you watch any of these videos, look, you'll be good to go. You grab it easy and you go and write and pass. You go and write it and pass. Enti pese wo nuanom ne yabusuafo a etie wo no wadaroma mamon nyɛ scared cry. Don't be at all, because enye so much difficult said there. Minim baabi a ehu no efiri. Minim baabi a efiri.
It is becoming like Ghana for me, I say all of a sudden I say Ghana need be a through examination. Especially when it comes to like studying abroad. They say on your test of English as a
Yes.
foreign language through. Also, so you come
Yes. Exactly. Oko broni kruma brofo na adebeko. Enti afe suddenly ehu na efiri he na eba. Wahu. Efiri he na eba. Enti mesre mi nuanom se mamo mfo obi omo bia hunahuna. Mo bia hunahuna. Na enye din baako sei. Enye din. Mema ehu bibia ni ho etimi si ukwan. Ewi asesa wa mo ani anya den e wo niema bi ho a wo de ehu saa obehwe na wo se de oyɛ no wantumi anye.
Yes.
Me de me case na example me de me mfie kura kwa animu wo de fa ne se me say omo de points grade wo mfie wo form a o score on age e wo soro. The more wo mfie no e kosoro no na o points na e so te. And at 41 me no kasa sisi now I'm 41.
Okay.
And to semeko express entry, minya a lot of score on my age. M1. Nti wuhu saa pa there are so many alternatives. Ebi na material no the PMPs. The PMPs. Now what they are used to no na when you are simple kra. Either you go through Saskatchewan, New Brunswick, AIPP, I'm friend AIPP, Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. So see, Amadika Kase is no longer a pilot. So that pilot ended December last year. Now it has become a permanent stream because Canadian government, who say the stream has really helped the Atlantic provinces, which is made up of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, and then Prince Edward Island. These are the 4 Atlantic provinces in Canada. Now, who say a lot of the immigrants are not migrating there. Into a decide stream nearby. But of course, most of these streams are driven by job base, seeking or acquiring a job outside of Canada before you can now proceed with the application. But the mass Saskatchewan, they are done so and say you don't need a job. You don't have to secure a job. No job offer. Saskatchewan, you don't need a job offer. And that's where I use, and I'm used to simple. No, you don't need a job offer. The American Quebec, and also so you don't need a job offer. You don't need a job offer. And to the Amaya say, the strategy you can use, meaning where you can your casa munti ebiana or manchi.
Yeah, yeah, kind of custom when you cut on to my.
Aha, unia bibia e kwanda ho. So what you say? Bibia e kwanda ho. Enti Quebec dey say ameye. Me hu say me nkwa na me age na America no, me age ne be kosoro. Ana mapa obi abata me ho. Ti masam ni yo. Me modi ba me se mapa obi abata me ho, so what you say maka no kasa babum.
Yeah, me almost what you say.
Aha. Ana mapa obi abata me ho. Nipa no so ye learned. We degree holder. Ono so I ready say IELTS no. In fact, me no ka say or ye registration no watchro. And minim so obenya. Onya a gentleman arrangement between me and me, no. Near my application, I am solid. The application be very rich. Okuta IELTS mi kutabi. Okuta ECA report mi kutabi. So okita credentials mi kutabi. In other words, you kind of qualification mi kutabi. Nti ye kabom say sa unit kro no a anasa sa nipa ba ko no a na what the application to mu a emamu yedu because me so me point ni bi be kwa akoka no ho. And in this case, may you should onumpo as a principal applicant. So,
yeah.
Na me ma gain no. Me gain an application na. Na manya points ni bia be Canadian no ho. Indeed, ye be score points na abro said your mopen no. Because with Quebec there no, a single applicant we have 50 points to qualify.
Okay.
And once your age is below 35 for normally at the adeno, you can easily score more. Or IELTS, omenya more. Or degree, and a diploma, omenya. I mean, where you're doing for more than 5 years, omenya. So, now with your application, now you're very rich. And my brother, you are good to go. Nti saa na nipa na no open no so de ne de ne namu saa na wako connection man yesi ade ne beko in 2 months time and okwa ase o mo charge ne sika o mo body no my brother me body ntire wa yom behyew ana am se me nua ba fa kwadworo to nkyɛn na ade ne eyesei why you ready me kyerɛkyerɛ ne mu nyinaa ne initially said ye wo kan ehuna ne bi ne na ewo ne mu.
Yes.
Me told me boy say chire ni mu asa me ma ye na me de me evidence me resource ni bi bia chire no say na say ni obetimi aye and am so there so IELTS no suru a wo de onko YouTube no one starting ko tie enko hwɛ some of the videos no owie a omre me feedback.
Yeah.
Me wo ho in about 2 weeks time and ono aba say ade no hwɛ ye na nye office a complex grammatical de bi ne ekoye na say example we dey you know akra one go class crowd bit my but
Yes.
and also she opted say obey classes and I think classes no mbe charge you say 800 cedis or so
Okay.
for about 3 months and son wakoye registration nankasa and so ono ye say obey classes no just to go once na on concern ma and that is okay as see I mean no say by June abia obetro June's first and second week obewie in the classes na obetumi atro enti mesre yen ya yetie ye no wahu mama IELTS ne de me say it should be the last thing ebe scale it should be the last thing because exams what tra emane listening no to say oral English ya yit ko tie no ye SS ya na ye no oral English the same thing just that way they no broni na ekasa tricks nso wom a
Yeah.
wetimi aye a woyɛ kyɛ sɛ wo band no needed band no nti na mka kyerɛ wo sɛ don't go file for Canada there menkɔ express entry because competition here very keen me no kasa yi from 2020 wonim sɛ applications are na ɛwɔ pool no mu no for express entry almost suspended ya just about 2 weeks ago ɛna immigration minister na ba bɛ now so say July we eba yi omo be start now so aye draw ni bi nti imagine say our application no is geared towards express entry for the past 2 years omo nye draw back okra
Wow.
but yes but for Saskatchewan the na American no provincial nominees no omo ye draws all the time Saskatchewan I think almost every month or every 2 months be omo ye draw until this year this month draw am for next month ehwebe what the application in that pool nim I can assure you so what mean the needed points and now application call the pool nim for 4 good months you should get a draw.
Wow.
Yes, you should get a draw. Ubenya ITA, what they call ITA, invitation to apply. And once you get the invitation to apply, it means Oma evaluate wo points and then wo niema na wa categorize it on the platform no so no. Our system no so no say ampa sa niema na meet the standard of what they are looking for. So now go ahead and submit the necessary documentation to back sa niema no and that's all.
Wow. 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 Wow.
I don't know say ene matimi akire niema no mu yie ma what you say de me kan ya.
Yeah, sure. Because me part is the same as the Matthias, Papa, minimum about. Yeah, my bush ya for ya, and you mujina, so you come and person from your followers into him. What do you, Mr. Sam Jinasuka, came and me request line on. Now, a bio about the wedding church lane, and Omla no maybe Sana, ABS. Further clarification being here now, dear. Why?
No problem.
Good.
No problem, Minia.
Jabusha for more request. Why? More, Mr. Sam, extra education, as an also no. More request, man, I'm maybe start question. Me pass me pet, obi a fe no oba. So you be a fe na oba, o dear be question. So you be a fe na oba, o dear no. Ye so na me download video na ma post o sika mpɛ off on YouTube. Obi o ha bia any YouTube channel no. So o ye ho na se woni mu a. Sika ye SIKA na what entamu. Mpe ne ye MP3 na what entamu ROF ROF. Oko na wa subscribe no me notification bell no. No one select all notifications. Send a video be a bit to Biano. On Sabe Kame Patrol. Me for moi, Mr. Sam Shassi and Omoso. Me po be a fin over. Obi a fin over won't say to be bisa question at the ever question. Until me pobia, Mr. Sam Shassi and was to be bisa question. Who contributions to between the above, but moi, a fin a more general, Miss Rao, Nyam to was here. Manko for me be sanati as your friend. As a son, I want to ask ya. You so na me download video when I'm the Aquato, Sikam Perroff on YouTube. Obeko YouTube na video no da ho. Why? Mama peki me nyawe.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, me nyawa kwaba.
Hello.
Yeah, me paso me se won ka kwaba.
Yeah, what for Michelle?
Me paso me Joseph pa umbo.
You can say me bisa brother Sammy Wikaka.
Okay, paso yanko.
Sena or any research no science and I'm so for the past about there a year, my year.
Okay.
Minia Temenka. Minia. Hey, are Minia. Yeah. Minia Unim. Me take him down.
Ebe ya uniform so na on samra.
Me down to request and assembly. You can network, you know. To the be an aye beans. Sign request and abla Minia. Why? Request a brand of menfau. I'm here. Minia, Joffrey, Akwaba.
Yeah, ja.
Me patron
Yeah,
me
good evening.
me patron.
Brasika, baby aboko there.
Adomon Kwana.
Eh, oh, nyame adom baby aboko.
Okay.
Me timu we ni na ye very educative. But yeah, early starters no. Anka ye betimi anya wo number na ya frɛ na wa coach here from the onset no, because we no me say omo akyerɛ ade na do mpɛmpɛsoɔ bi a people already in no. Omo hu line ni nyinaa. But yeah, mu no, some of the new things are new to us. And yes, from this program beginning, say me no, me yeah business wɔ Ghana ha. Me pese me took kwan, but me pese me kwa kotena wa ye juma. I want to go and come. Because already no, my starting me bibi wa ha. I want a way until say met me anya your number, then I'll call you personally. Then obetire me kwan met me afa, then I follow up, please.
Minia, process be our person with mu use legitimately. Me emphasis on the word legitimately. Make lawful, legal ways. Process
Legal way.
for the 2 was how can we so no. Yeah, who video go YouTube. Video be already wa. Who baby sound question yeah. And she said, even no one I want to know the who name the course of platform we are. Or the audio and say, because he can pair off on YouTube. Video be B1, B2, that's say America there, B1, B2 visa, F1 visa, K1 visa, DV lottery, marriage filing, family filing, video. About Canada Job Bank, Canada Express Entry, said Mr. Sam MI Education, Canada Job Bank, Canada Education Programs, video. To the audience, and say, because he can pair off on YouTube. Oko no subscribe, we both adoma bi wo. Na we me adoma so na select all notification. Video be a henceforth ye never to obi am so betimaka na wa share for one kasa for education. Me pato what I say.
Me pacho you.
Me that.
Me that's
Me comment YouTube channel no wase o why me comment channel no wase o. Me that.
me.
Hello, fa.
Yeah, obvious akwaba.
Yeah, ja, apum.
Me ko ya pa one me busia foni na so e.
Ubia hoye. Awo
Ah
fam. Pacho kakla mpese mbusa ne se ayet no na mpese me kan wa asem kakla mpese mbusa ne se high school ko betimi atwede bia na.
Mr. Sam. Mr. Sam. Mr. Sam. Hey, Mr. Sam Otemenka. Mr. Sam. Oh, Mr. Sam. If I some request, but I mean you for maybe a best if you want me to, huh? Mr. Sam. Mr. Sam said, Otemenka. Say request and abla. Why? Mr. Sam said, Otemenka. Request a blood, you know, I mean, for why? I said, well, I need active, but won't monkasa. Ain't he request a blood, you know, I mean, for and obvious. I'm saying, about you question, I don't know. But more than contact in nation, I can say nature, some contact a glass, right?
Me pacho you.
Yeah, if I say who can pass to us in this cano, yeah, I mean, yeah, Mr. Sam,
Hello, Ofa.
Aqua,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Aha, na me yi me nua no question. But say
Mr. What you question will be saying what here?
I want no ka high school for say high school for qualifier na.
Yes,
And the answer is yes, depending on the type of job. Because a human being all they need is high school qualification or its equivalent. High school qualification, because your NOC codes. Code na yɛde yɛ adwuma no, so wowɔ category O and A yeah, now usually no a managerial top managerial levels.
Okay.
Adwuma to say be a bank managers, directors, administrators, doctors, engineers. Or I follow within that category no. And you who say C and D no, yeah, now usually only skilled workers no. Or be to say painters, carpenters, so and so. Wow, qualification this no. Think I was a why job bank education no. You say Drew baby or display something in relation to farm jobs, construction laborers near the other no.
Yes.
And also NLC course I'll be here no. The C and then the D and here lower levels of skilled works. In here qualification can be a name officer qualification. No, we are administrator, we are banker, we are insurance broker, we are so and so. We are manager, we are supervisor. So for na mube here NOC code and no na ube here diploma and above. So nyuma no ube here something diploma and above.
Okay.
But you say we here say nyuma no. Yes sir.
Obvious.
I Mate de okana ba me kire IELTS na me busa say you betimi actually be.
So be
oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes, and then I'm making anti ubetimi atro IELTS no. Now what the credentials na for evaluation. Or may you equating it to Canadian high school standard, and that is okay for you.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Come
on a very clear answer. Me this what you say. Obvious said the you know, but more than contact nature. Okay, contact nature. Money nature now chana ube to adwuma no ho na monti contact nature na on contact Vaglas. Okay. Na ye hu kwan ye be fa so timo ascend this kana mo Dubai. Why? I'm here. Opoku akwaba.
Ja ofa nyame shira o. Mani ajepa nyame shira because obi e bi wo TikTok say but ono no kan brofo no nya time express nema te se de ayi di mu no. Na me nyame shira o. Me question ne say me electrician as na Mr. Samuel ka bibi say me electrician Mr. Samuel ka bibi say codes bi near there. Me job bank me ta apply but me want me na response. Bu I qualification there but me na response. Na me nim say me graduate certificate electricals general electricals. But me na response. Again na me be me na response job bank because me the be almost send me advert but me apply me na response. Sorry, I'm respond.
Offer hono ma me nyina minim say the question na see metimi aba mu a. Okay, good. Well, with a job bank no, ntina me tell say reality is that entanye mre say ubenya adwuma outside of Canada.
Yeah.
They will display the jobs, but the reality is there. Entanye mre sa. And the simplest way you can do it, I will bet me any nomination simple. And I say, obeko the provincial system. Province, province honor. No akoshe omo in demand, occupation in demand, and as ebimo countries we can shorted list.
Okay.
That enyuma we ehho akwa atwe wo ho omo nya nipa. Nti ukwa Saskatchewan list nim. Now who's electrical or electrical installations and electricians ewo mu pe wadauruma na ntampana what started say oh your preparation for IELTS and we no because who the tumwa ubenya bibi to say Ontario die ya na omo kano there is recently Ontario, it was about IT. And only mainly for IT professionals. And you're categorizing and you're classifying. I'm who say, you must say near this stream way airpay. And definitely, won't IT qualification or background that you don't even bother yourself going in there. In Tampana, you switch to, you look for different province. Look, my member come on say Canada were over 80 streams, immigration streams are Omodejini Pako Canada. Over 80 different types, different routes Faso Eco Canada. And you can exploit any of them. A BIA's one a requirement. A BIAN a requirement. Nti me hwɛ yɛ no deɛ na ɛboa me no yɛ deɛ na meka no na yɛ Saskatchewan occupation in demand and I'm the fire and it's so simple me nua mɛhyɛ mu nkran mɛmmɔ bia koma ntu mɛmmɔ bia
Mr. Sam
yes
for
sir
education no and no like some person will check it like providential one I be a person like restrict to the province you know. And also no follow the same job bank Canada link and I say no use different link.
We here and no call there we here friends and job offer.
Okay.
Streams ni bi wɔ hɔ a ehia job offer. Some of the provincial nomination programs no ebi here job offer. But the amebobo so miensa we no na ehia job offer.
Okay.
Saskatchewan you don't need a job offer. Quebec.
No sano. Obi bia na ohwe me say say no or shase kwame no fa so shase.
Mo nti dia obeye na say ubedi kan busa ho profession be ne kura o adwuma be na meye.
Okay.
Number one question, you need to identify your profession.
Okay.
Nti wa identify your profession no okay me a carpenter. We see me a cook, me a chef. We see there be men so me a electrician to say you nua yi de ya obeka yi. Na what obo ase akọ provinces nim one by one. Nti ebi obetimi akọ Nova Scotia for her provincial nomination program. No akọhwe omo in demand jobs. Areas omo advertise say ehọ na omo de fa nipa no. No akọhwe say sa province no Alberta anasa ebi a British Columbia. Almost shortage of list, occupation shortage list no. O profession na ewom bi. List occupation shortage list no. O profession na ewom bi. After listening, I can hear myself back.
Yeah, I start hearing back. In this means of
I can hear myself back.
Do the old phone assembly you I say. Me to the yeah, me to the yes, Mr. Sam, request to you because now our voice no am equal. Okay, okay, Sam is answering the back. Me your feedback actually. And sign request and abla na yen to us education so be out this year and why. Request and abla. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Sam Akwaba.
Yeah, but Muda was saying.
Very clear, loud and clear.
Good. And you have to first of all identify your profession and also wajuma a crowd. Ajuma ben aye.
Okay.
Nti ebia obi beka se oye chef. Obi beka se oye electrician. Obi nso so ebia a carpenter. Obi a truck driver. No work for province no ho. No work for hwe. Omo display wahu. Omo list of areas are omo fi say omo what shortage or uhwe ni nyina musi na wo de no hu wo de no wo mu a hu profession wo mu a minua go ahead and apply from there.
Okay.
But Bibrinano will tell you say you need to get a job offer from that province and sana what me agina so apply. But me ya me kan what me de make me dem interest me bo aka say oh apply now job wo or profession woman, you don't need a job offer. A win here so because job bank akoye we need job bank any
Quebec and Saskatchewan. I never Saskatchewan. Making it clear, say, I never had a job offer when I put in my application at Saskatchewan. No, I never had a job offer. Me know one more man job offer because my requirement, now I was qualified. Now my profession was among the shortage list, which is the administrative assistant or administration. Now it was one of them no more pay. Until once o credential and then o CV now what the beko and afi o letters a what the beko extra say ampa adwuma we no wire for the past years so e di dance say together with qualification e di dance say say ade a wo kan wo hu nimde no you are good to go. For example, ABA, we are an engineer and pass ukuta HND engineering, ukuta first degree engineering. I did dance dada. Engineering area, so you're one of the shortened list I almost pay. Then you are okay. You don't need to get a job offer. SaaS stream, the purpose and the motion behind it is that once we identify that shortage, says benya job offer and san waba na it will deter a lot of people from coming. Meanwhile, almost anya that shortage, that labor shortage. Until what they are encouraging you to do is that look for a job in that section. Of I mean, say what the Mitrana say? And with that job offer, no, that is the motive. Na mamenka secret be granted. Share Europe, Canada ne started our process with re-glossary back in 2014-15. With the pandemic, ebesi mu 2020, 2019, 2020 no. Meno kasa see Europe has been hit very hard with labor shortage. The whole of Europe. When so virtually almost all the European countries are also going the line of Canada. Almost all the European countries. Now yet one Italy can say afedia we Italian, we black, we African. Now we near be war. Fie now fee so ya kofane bra ya bejino nwa be yedwuma. They are not getting workers. They are not getting workers. Slovakia, Estonia, Sweden, Austria, Australia, Germany, Poland, Finland, Malta, Poland. Virtually, friends in Portugal, virtually they are now looking for also adopting the same strategy. Also, they pay immigrants about Mumemu. And to say, because of this approach, this year and Canada might even change the applications more. When the latest news about me follow mopa many obi kasa do say hey now what they said they cinema they ask immigration consultant. I have followed them. I have taken my time to read through and I've done a series of research. Serious research. Because just a new announcement. Announcement on the year and say be increase steady permits for the steady route, no. Wow, person the first school, no. First, number no, almost they are doubling it. Omo mutie minute mi nya application ebe dia dance ya obo nse na dodo na no o apply yes Canada ta refuse.
Yeah.
They are using education omo double number no. And they now need over 65,000 students. And to say the likelihood of cross say or the far education side is the cheapest. Make man fan for honum, but education there no so go school Canada. Education there is one of the cheapest, one of the easiest to go through. So long as your documentation is right, is one of the easiest. And you apply now near school now you're lucky now to your fees in be. Some of the schools no a certain percentage of the school fees. Until once I'll bet me that deposit one meet that requirement, you can easily get it. Uko we school no, there is something we call PWGP also, postgraduate work permit visa. Until uko school no then they try to streamline you into the system. No akoye adwuma. Se kura de ensam da ba kura ne se wunya visitors visa mpo nso wɔ Canada. Te se de wakɔ as visitor. Udru hɔ pɛ Canada aban se wa ma kwan se convert that visitors visa into work permit.
Yes, you're 1,000% right. And tell you almost very week ago, you need a brother because I na the here now you'll be and Canada or your lawful resident here. Or be man invitation letter can visa, but yeah, man. Oh, you're 1,000% right.
Exactly.
Oh, you're right.
Yes. Yes. I have followed them. Maybe almost be bare minimum. And to see our person as visitors, so the obetimi aya na say opeso a obetimi di conferences or more organizing bi achi. Or more conferences ahodo. Who book bi na unya bi. Now you're lucky. Now who go through, we are successful with the application, who could do pay, you are good to go. Who drew yana, you can easily convert your visitor's visa into work permit. Oh yeah, Juma, we convert it to work permit. Now yeah, Juma for 2 years, you now qualify to apply for the PR. That is a permanent resident stream.
Yes.
Then you are good to go. Then after 3 years, you can now become a citizen. US, dear minimum say after 5 years of stay, and it me qualify to be a citizen. Minimum assessment there.
So now 5 years now, unless they be out joining military, no more. I mean, citizen.
Good.
Ordinarily, there is a 5 years after 5 years time.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Canada, there 3 years. So ukita PR on Kwadia. After 3 years, you qualify to be a citizen if you want. And the streams na no say to identify your area of profession. And once the area of profession is known, now begin to sniff, begin to identify which province has or is ready to accommodate your profession. No? Once that is known, begin to put in your applications and you are good to go. Make already who IELTS, who ECA reports, education credential assessment. So who ECA report, Madika Kasa ECA report, or more 5 different bodies. In Kagana ha nke bekas accreditation board na adebeko for evaluation. But omo accreditation board ewo ho no mo different are 5. Nti emu bia wo debeko for evaluation no omeji atum. Na the enti aya na dodo na go for West no West the ya na convenient and simple. Omo charges so ya sa from West World Education Services. World Education Services West. Oh yeah, processing more the simple kakranti. Most of the people opt for the West. Me West for a year, me the mame, and I know a valid for 5 years. But IELTS after 2 years. While you sua na ashia go just also actual for. And I'm a net say me say buana me cultural for no.
Okay. It means the West no one see you good though.
Yes. West, evaluate ECA report until we hear 2 things. Also, West, ready. ECA report, ready. And then your IELTS is also ready. A requirement.
Okay.
So also, what could school a VM Kuadia? I was so certificate Kutano. What they call normal year, what we call the ECA report, evaluation, education credential assessment, ECA.
All right. Okay.
No, they can't. Now, say also with a diploma, ampa o diploma no, you rating or Canada ha, equivalent to 1 year diploma, equivalent to 2 years diploma. Abrofo mo peska o, na nko metimi aya ma na ayekwa o. Na so wan kwan ba ko a akwantuo ba ko ba bi a sika no ombechicha ma every sector bia benya ne de. Nti British Council be gene de. ECA no bejene de enti at the end of the day obi abenya na nko betimi aya ma route na aya one but one ba bi omo de akofifa eno na
Yeah.
asa ebu amanfo obam ha
Yeah.
but enya bamubuo ihu abambu a me start ye said in fact mo am ha ne mo ha no said mo si dwene ho fa no saa na me dwene ba me wura mu na me hu sente saa
Okay. And
nti ade no aha
Mr. Sam, wait my so repeat our provinces and wait my repeat our provinces now. The interview.
yes provinces you know the provinces without mame for emphasis sake any one more issue with job securing job or getting job offers no ntino mame narrow it down to the two no yema your emphasis nko two no so the Quebec province which
Okay.
is mainly French dominated French dominated sa province no but there we energy wo mu ne say oh your application no wo IELTS no in English you are good to go you don't need the French.
Okay.
You don't need the French, even though that province is mainly French dominated. But see, Oman who said diversification, so omo ye chin trying. No mujina baby, omujina say omo the French in kwan omodia. Omo employment sector, labor sector no is suffering. So they need to soften their stance. Until Canada has begun softening their stance. Until let's concentrate on Quebec and that of Saskatchewan.
Okay. Okay.
But by and large, minim say BB can be me say Canada is proposing new changes in their immigration laws. And this year by end of December no, the more province they will not accept job offer. They will take the job offer requirement out because of competition now. I see what Europe need. Because as a job offer, a lot of the people outside Canada are not getting the jobs before application or before the application is considered successful. Until said two provinces are starting on minim say enche. This year there's a likelihood say you more provinces without application will be without job offer. All
And
you need is service.
yeah, two provinces now, Mr. Sam, I can answer, and I'm commenting on why. Quebec and Saskatchewan. I check it out provinces way out. We already a lot about them. Said Mr. Sam, my education, and when I'm commenting on why
Yes.
Quebec. Mr. Sam, yanko.
Yes, and once you just begin sniffing around, and for now, there obia man attention and call these two provinces.
Okay.
Yes, Ontario so started Bibisa. Ontario. When you say Ontario is the most populated province in Canada. We are very populated. I say a honor Bibia na center on. Until most of the immigrants prefer to settle in Ontario. Nti eno na ka ho bi ema last year omo launch what is called the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program, RNMP, Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program last year. And on 11 cities and 11 rural communities and participating. What it means is that Canada Tanasi who say most of its immigrants are more successful in Canada no majority now settle in the urban cities, in the big cities. Until a deprive most of the rural communities from labor shortage hit until they identified and 11 communities consider as rural. Now, what we see as rural, Abrochire no might not be compared to Ghana rural. So far,
Yes, we are right. Yeah.
yes, because for example, Ofa BB to say a city be a rural city be to say a tender bay in Canada. They seems to Tender Bay okuta over 44,000 population. Then so it is considered rural. You can imagine.
Yes.
A community okuta a population of over 40,000. Yes, we a rural community.
Yeah.
It means to say, some community no also bibia bi wo ho. And one secret thing say, me nya kwan koi. Na mo nya kwan wura mu a, with the information I have, na de, I will never go and settle in urban community.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I will never go and settle in an urban community if I have my way. And the amenim sesia no. Nyame ye madom na bre. Mitimi wura mu se kunkrom. I will opt for a relatively smaller community.
Yeah.
There, housing is cheaper.
Yes.
Housing is cheaper.
Yeah.
Cost of living is cheaper.
Yeah. Mr.
Into
Sam.
you, what is it? Because when it comes to yes, sir.
Okay, Yanko. Now online as they break here, Yanko. It's okay now.
Yes, and Tinameka said if you opt for the cheaper communities, the smaller, let me quote in quote, the smaller communities, what it means is that you'll be able to have cheaper housing system. Bibia also be ho, ubenya groceries, bibia ho, schools, ubenya bia ho.
Yes.
And then all the amenities, you can get everything. Cost of living be so simple, easier. Compared to so baby to say Ontario more any ade Montreal money ade Ottawa money ade you will spend much because housing kwa be yo nti ye wa ha ye gusu a ye preparation ye warming up to get to a friend saying to get our application through no the comfort to team say men go settle in a bigger city.
Yes.
And then one major trick, another trick in Sunni. Even though most of these provinces allow you to come in with your family, but with my research and information kakra menya no, initially don't go with your family.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, don't go with your family because when you then nim terrain nim cry what you dinkan ko as in the onkwa ukodru na nyame ya wadom enema start say to year you can begin to file for your family later to join you.
Okay.
So
But at
no,
you know, them pass Ghana for bit to you. Said the Ghana ye pana konya beto so no abusia for moment we immigrating go Canada. And
of I no cry.
I was someone said the bed them papa I tell you. I know the crime yes I chance.
A bad thing, but no cry, but initially no because the cost no yeah kind of no it comes with conditional. When him say yeah kind of no yeah will be or family size no you will be or a friend of proof of funds.
Yes.
Proof of funds.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
On the Canadian system, your proof of funds. Now the proof of funds is tied to the number of family you are presenting. So what am I saying?
Yes. Yeah, what was here? Yeah, what was here?
And if your family size is bigger, for example, what go to say wo yere o mami ensa. Not just say your family size is about 5. You have 5 family size, no. 5 family size way, your proof of funds will be huge. Much bigger. They will need that amount in your bank statement to qualify you there. Even when they are not coming with you, almost calculating. So, and yes, for say, yes, for family brand, intino, na no dabi. Condition tattoo. Condition be tattoo. Also meaty. Nti wo hwa o ye ni nyina no na wo hwe wachi. Say condition na etato no, are you able to meet that condition squarely? Especially with the proof of funds, because they say no kure wo mu no say wonta nya nipa ema omfa ne sika bi nnom wo say bi afa to na account na nipa ho ehu to obi ani say nya wo papa bi pa na ne sika ena ogidi say ono a ne ba na onti je fa to account mu nhana
Yeah.
minu asesi a wo gi bibi fa to adam for wa edin yen
Yeah.
ka no kure
And okay. You know the no correct.
edin enti yes enti o ye bibi sa na o ye ni nyina ne in as much as it's an opportunity no na brekro no aso wo sa so hwe no from that perspective e ba se prove a obetimi approve na so ha
Entunim abusiafo se
yes
mo itwa de ekoso yi. Se wo hwe na se wo Johnny show na se obi anka nchira obeka se bia ye ne a Canadian immigration attorney na ekasa. Why? Because Mr. Sam oye interested in Canada. Enti wonyam to was yet study omo immigration processes ni nyina. So akwantu no sa de you know. So still na de was fear nyina to
yes
na so na o. De was fear nyina
yes
for Ghana because akwantu yem to boase. Akwantu nyem hwet.
yes
Akwantu papa
exactly
akwantu papa yem to boase.
yes
Unya on knowledge.
yes
So what you say pa? Timi
bunia me
oh
pa the asam na waka no me pepa akwantu papa na wankoduru ho afe na ade hu siesie
yo.
look processes ya ye kire wi se wo fa so na koduru a woda wada
Yeah. Yeah.
wonhia sɛ ɛfi police bi twam baabi ɛna ho wo so da bi da
Yes.
ɛte sɛ deɛ memfa no sɛ obi awe ne US lottery
Yes.
wonya koduru wo nkrataa yɛ biribi awie na koduru a wonam kurom a wonsuro hwee
Yeah.
aban na ɛno wagye watom no wama aba ɛno na
Yes.
ɛyɛ akwantu papa na
Yes.
ɛnyɛ akwantu bi a wobɛkɔ akɔduru na wo passport koraa ni wo nsam
Yeah.
nti ɛkɔba sɛ fa bra koraa na ho po akwantu bɛn no me nua tenka ma hu sɛ wasan waba akɔ aba boss.
Mr. Sam, Metie bi wase ho a mu say you are very informed about near work. We're very
Yeah.
informed.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, me say me clarify the simple things now. For how they can proceed.
Yeah.
I may see a lot of your presentation, but may I sure say you may have dealt with a number of these things. So one of them there, who mentioned age, So the age really is
Yeah.
not matter. The qualification may not be really useful. And then the province I'll pick it what kind of mainly was you are talking about Saskatchewan, right?
Yeah. ɛhɔ na my
Okay,
application
okay.
no call ye.
All right. Into Ultra, the only thing you needed was the exam, right?
I did my exam, I did everything. The only thing I needed was a backup, a proof that I have a tie in Saskatchewan, and I didn't get.
No, so
I couldn't
assuming you
prove
had
that.
so it wasn't because you chose that and you
Yes.
could have chosen that you don't have a tie, right?
Yes. Nanka me points and also no be reduce.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Gawan, which is a only tie and
Yes.
reduce it.
Yes, nka be
The
reduce.
question here is that tie now okay, does it have to be a family relational tie, or it
Yes,
can be
it has to
friends?
be. It has to be. So a friend or your friendOkrana, he must be prepared to back ni bibia mouse say between one and me, no one present bibia on your behalf as if you are family. But your names are what you
Oh,
say.
okay. Matthias, yeah.
But basically, what
So
you're
does it
looking for is a family tie.
all right? So does it mean say okay? Why answer say when your family tie and then say grade and that's score no bed drop it.
The entire score not drop here, no. So who get a degree and a master's,
Mm-hmm.
ubenya more points. But in this case, me ECA score no buy, no. Omo rate me as 1 year diploma equivalent in Canada.
All right.
So nti ema ɛhɔ no points no drop assuming sɛ na nka mekuta masters a nka ɛhɔ no point na menya no ɛbɛyɛ more than that. Number 2, because my age, I applied at the age of 40 and also sorry me. If I were to be in my 20s and in my 30s, my points there nka menya more.
Okay.
Enti na nka
So
sɛ nka menya ɛhɔ no saa ne mmienu no more a, ɛna me tie even in Saskatchewan I'll be able to cross the benchmark of 63 points and I'll be good to go.
Okay.
okay. So do you think so say you filing with a partner say we here
Yeah.
does it help?
Yeah.
Does it
For
help?
now, somehow because when nipa, the impact is that for now no yeah the capital na boom. So yeah the we are combining resources. Enti ekoba yemienu nyina nim say mayor IELTS also by IELTS. In this case, a
Also,
mutual agreement be ni yenya. It is not a reality show. Meaning that the American person yeah sa aspect we make
Yeah.
any paint in ama as a
Yes.
me free no to man
Yes.
wada roma te base kakra.
Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah.
Nti
Yeah.
akoye a mutual thing e ntiase na akoye mienu ntem. However, you say odwene papa no adwene bone. However, ɛno nti last year metena ase din na mehu sɛ me points no sua ɛna meyɛ sɛ quickly I will upgrade my education standard nti meko school wɔ Ghana ha aka ho ɛna smart na meyɛ sɛ mekɔyɛ MBA ɛwɔ tech. As we are speaking, I am in my second year pursuing MBA in finance.
Okay.
okay.
Nyame yɛ adom a mewie October nti mefaa no mmienu sɛ either say me I'll go solo. At that time, my education credential will be higher. I will not even need a tie in Saskatchewan, and that I can file on my own because at that time, my qualification I cost more. Until me more points, it will give me more points to qualify me as a single person, individual.
Okay.
I will be a machi. That is another alternative I have.
Yeah.
And I'm saying say. Okay, say you no Quebec deɛ na Quebec bɛma wo 2 different options. So we file as partner, Quebec bɛma wo partner no additional point abɛka wo deɛ no ho. So our IELTS te sɛ wo so wɔ IELTS no, or ECA te sɛ wo so wɔ bi no, ɛna ɔwɔ your friends education kakra te sɛ wo so wɔ bi no a, then ɔno so de ne points bɛba abɛka wo deɛ ho. So assuming say Quebec they no apply single-handedly as a single applicant, you need a total score of 50. But if you are to apply as a couple, then you need to get 59.
Do you know? Oh, okay.
And with that, yes. And with that, Samoa Emma Namoy ready say more than Momano Becobia, Quebec, Ebesama additional point for presenting children, adding your children to the case.
Okay.
So and until I make a tier for say, me suspect say by end of this year, Canada will review most of its immigration laws, I am more simpler because there is competition coming from Europe.
Yeah.
Into so omukosu jina baby omujina na, they will end up losing most of this potential labor force to the European countries.
Yes.
Nti anya me nwanwa say last year na Saskatchewan introduce we anche ena nansenya Quebec nso de ne de aba. One with the trend that is moving. Nti
Yeah.
by and large, ye beba be drew baby no. Ubehu say most of these provinces will begin to lose their belts. Sadia no mujina ho person mo ye niema bi chinchire nchi se unya job offer and san waba no. Now these 2 provinces have proven to you say you don't need a job offer. And I didn't get any
Yeah.
job offer. Me IT,
Wow. That's very
Yes.
wow. That's Saskatchewan, right?
Yes, that's Saskatchewan. you don't need a job offer. Quebec and so you don't need a job offer. And until I make us say, who be a go process and so me I bet me start. Look, I believe in Trancosi December no. There's a likelihood we might get about 5 to 6 provinces in Saskatchewan. They will not demand job offer.
Very insightful. Very, very insightful.
Yes.
Yeah. See, Mr. Sam, Jinasuka Krabina Mema at you for some Mukakra. Why?
No problem in here.
King Solo.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah, evening.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Pacho, maybe I'm some person busa no question kakra bi na person busa and say say ayeso na ekita we me school na sheda nkwa nim papa bi aba me kita NVT which is MVT yeah ya twerɛ kokomremre me kita first grade and second grade ana me pese me apply Dubai license so nti yeso akonya bi wo ho ma ye say yeso ebetimi e de ho agimu bi ana because yeah, near driving side and then mechanic. Yeah, near driving mechanic. So your chance be sad now because I know you perceive free hand them. No credit one.
Oh, Obekaya. Oh, boss, Mr. Crabby, Nimu, Neo, Naya, na me gano, me who page you, been at the way Sunday me on the granny wo. Me said, Nimu, and Naya, na me who are in a me by no man's a whole boy, Juman, I'm saying, I do mean a boy, dear say. Me were a little information, my miss me contribute to me by ain't senior and patch didn't design of
Your
our
flame is
but this is a
Solomon.
flow of our. Oh,
Oh,
no,
that
no,
go
me can't.
Fanakas. Oh, David. Ah, okay. Sorry.
Mr. Sam, me.
But I
Maybe didn't there. Maybe you from Obi Ukraine, Obi other family offer.
offer I some at it of our I mean, auntie offer auntie.
Me dimpa de Solomon. Tini Paul Kasa we name. Me dimpa de Solomon.
Aha. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Me
Auntie
dimpa.
offer the TN say, or no, ne dear no.
Yeah.
Nipa okasa ya no okasa okuta MVT na ne de driving ne mechanic no.
Yeah.
Hwɛ sɛ nyame yɛ n'adom na oduru Canada sɛ kunkrom ɔbɛgye sika kyɛn obi a ɔyɛ nurse ɔbɛgye sika obi a ɔyɛ krakyeni me se they earn more. One of the highly rated and highly paid jobs ɛwɔ Canada, truck drivers and mechanics. My goodness, sɛ nyame yɛ n'adom na otimi wura mu sɛ kunkrom ɔbɛdi sika.
Nti me nua mpacho nti me pese me hu say nti say meye ne say me start process ne niam ne say na ma hu the way e be because now no dey me kita me certificate ene me niam bi wo ha say oh yem fan say next month dey nyame ama me pese me start me driving license no Dubai ha say nyame ama next month me start me driving process ne bibia nti pese me documents ne ba no nti no pese me hu the way I start from the crèche so who line no
okay
na ma ko mistake
okay enti dia obeye ni se si yi e wo se utumi hyase na wo hwe province a wadwuma no eka de omo hia ne hu bi Saskatchewan ne a friend saying Quebec de ya making Saskatchewan ne Quebec de ya making e wo se utumi find out say wo de no eka hu bi ana se eka hu bi a e wo se wo de utumi hwe wo IELTS no wo IELTS no o se ku ene de brofo no so no menua de tie ne se wo wire sa na e bia sabu wan ko school anduru akire bebre no de hia ne se wutimi kenkan wutimi ready okwa nyame ya wadom na wutimi du class ho a de be kire obi abo nta be simple ama obetimi aye ne simple enya den wo de bomode na ko class no for be 3 months na hwa de obetwere exams no fofo la obetwere no simple kura obete ne te wobɛte ne tɛ wotwerɛ no saa wie a madika ka sɛ wodeɛ fa ne sɛ ehwebe yɛ ma 1 year 12 months Yebema 1 year to exhaust all these processes. By 1 year, we started from beginning to the end. So 1 year, no, you'll be in Canada.
Yeah. Enti abusiafo sa
Eh,
patience no na me pese munya because nipa ya ojina so all my education no or shall see or shall say or research into like Canada immigration processes no. We can even say so almost about 3 years in here or that's what Ghana. Or we say baby do no
yes,
or pursue masters ya. Masters never to master support on application or person do Canada and
yes,
do masters.
yes.
Don't he? About no. So who's the quan be the baby? No what shall say year quan wojuma per requirement no. So
Papa.
then a bay over to my
Yes, yes,
Sana the energy. Sana the energy.
yes,
And yes, all can you know
yes.
kuku yen to me kasa. Or no nankasa na
Dabi.
you know, or that's all Ghana. Onim the only one
Yes,
that also still not that's all Ghana. Adentia.
yes,
Because I want about Canada no. Or person ultimate meet educational requirements, you know, ultimate meet all the
yes.
eligibility status. So send about the application they qua. Obi no refuse to know. Sana the energy.
Yes.
And see him the
Simple. Meaning,
and to bar.
simple.
Now, quite now, or for processes and so. Now, what you first class, what you meet all the requirements now. And no, I say, oh, submit the application now. We are 100% sure. We are damn sure. Say, application we are the corner over Canada. Somebody anything you.
Meaning, obey more than damn sure.
Yeah.
Me na de kuta me no. Me hu de kuta me na me hu. Omo website, ma di agro website no so sa anti. Ade bi o bi minim. Me di me nti me be fale atu no na minim so. Ade we enche. Me my application we adamu acha 2 months. Menya nomination. Me file to mu in July. No, in June. In August, na manya nomination.
Yeah.
In August, the second draw, first draw manya, second draw na midam. Because minim se points no more peno. Me a me calculate ye no. Okwa website no so a. Wa betimi calculate wa ade de wo mu no. Nti wo fa age a yes wo between 20 to 25 years. Wo 15 points a. Wa wonimu age nti ho na no wa score ho. So 30 to 35 obenya this points. 35 to 40 who at this point nti wa no wobetimi score who more than 5 years working experience who points say who education a diploma who points say who degree who points say who masters who points say nti one kasano you know answer na the application e betumu no won himself me total score enie
Yes.
who IELTS IELTS of CLB level 4 ekwa o points ni utimi nya 5.0 ekwa o points ni utimi nya 6.0 ekwa o points ni nti wunim dada nti before na application ni ko to mu no na minim say ma qualify
Good.
baby an eteme is because bin fie na kwa animu ni nti age
Yeah.
na we me enu nti na ma ho no me points na drop e
Nti Mr. Sam, unim bibi say, unim say about education or they might about Canada express entry no. And no na do na friend no Canadian America dey no. So ni Mr.
I
Nti nyanto wasia wo na said me invite mo ba so no. Draw the similarities between Canada express entry no as compared to American lottery no. And after the similarity
okay
difference here woman know what man highlighting academy because nkofo bebre na ta contact me na mati say Canada for so lottery and no more education na Mr.
okay
Man na e no Canada express entry no enti me person what mo highlight any difference no ya na kakra ma na
okay so this is the similarity they say with the DV lottery US there no omo beti information data ni nyina obi o US baabia no ye no once a year mu nyina be kwa kogu one pool mu ye de mu akwa second time baako ye beji ni nyina gu one kenten baako mu Canada there no say the same thing ye beji ni nyina so gu one kenten baako mu now the difference is that points any edema points Canada there no points near dema but US there no even those are points, but it sounds a random pick, at random pick. Ya pick mu nyinaa na assume mu nyinaa nipa 20 ye pe nipa 20 na akọ 20 ni nyinaa kuta degree nipa 20 na ebia US airpay but application eba mu ni ya be a best 40 nti ye be so na so maako to near the near market nketi bi abiti nkofo bi near you omo afrim near benya the require 55,000 or say 65,000 na wo omo pe no na fe machine no apeke sa afo ni nyinaa nti machine no peke a na chese mo ka mu na anya no ente se enkyere se application na enye o na nso no obi de a little enhanced than your own obi de a little improved than your own. Now US they no ever once every calendar year. Winners are announced once every calendar year. But Canada they no put the pool ni mo a draws can happen about 6 to 7 to 8 times in a year.
Wow.
Canada
Wow.
there no.
Wow.
Yes. Between
Wow.
6 to 8 times in a year. And on betting I draw.
Wow.
But unfortunately, 2020, the year 2020, ebesi nne ya me no kasa yi, Canada nye express entry drop biem.
Wow.
Yes. The reason is the COVID. And unti me no kasa yi, omo wo millions of applications backlog ahete womo. And they are now sorting.
Mm-hmm.
And unti just about last month enna the new Canadian immigration minister edi abetu dwa say July ye di animu in next 2 months. And the first draw will happen after 2020, since 2020. Ombeye the first draw in July from the express entry pool. Express entry no, se unya through the Canada express entry route now. A qualifier will say any province in Canada you can go and settle and limit it.
Okay.
Nemum se unya provincial nomination now. It's like a bond. Tamana yenuanum teachers ne nurses omukọ nursing training college no na institution bi so wase a ye say a friend wa ya bondel na cha say ye gi utum say ye ne sponsor o nti wo wie school na utwa say obe serve your district no for this number of years sana provincial nomination system no in Canada etie nti for example if you choose to go for the province of Alberta Alberta maybe Alberta na be ma nomination. It is only Alberta and Albert settle. You cannot settle outside of Alberta. So Prince Edward Island and a provincial nomination program a year offer. You can only go and settle at PEI, which is Prince Edward Island. So Saskatchewan wa South province no but usually perpetual permanent. Meaning kind of permanent. I think the longest is about 3 years. So when you're provincial nomination, it is all settled for minimum of 3 years. After 3 years, you can now serve or more. Just say, and I'm almost on when you're Canada, until so serve or that province. Until after that number of years, I think maximum near 3 years. Serve we are. If you wish, you can relocate to any other province. I will pay. But US there no McCarthy say draw no happen only once in a year.
Yes.
Only once in a year. But Canada there no not less than 6 draws or 7 draws in a year. Not less than. But unfortunately, because of COVID-19 pandemic since 2020, omunye draw biem. July and omobe started. And I know from July to December, about 3 or 4 draws before the year ends. Because they really want to clear the backlog. And they've been complaining. When you say Canada, the immediate past immigration minister, no, Africa ni.
Wow.
no free South Sudan.
Wow.
Yes, he went there as kind of saying as a refugee, or is it asylum?
Yeah, through asylum. Okay.
Yes, and through that he became a minister of immigration. He was called Hussein, something Hussein. As at some say last year, no more or more elections, general elections.
Okay.
And the president and after the prime minister he retained. But prime minister no say we reshuffle into new person and aba. But the immediate past immigration minister was from Africa, South Sudan. So that is it.
And Mr. Sam, unim said what my draw a clear distinction between American lottery process and the Canadian Express.
Yes.
And the similarities. You hear about the application mode, Also, with respect to the American application is so simplified. Say, since the Indian start to be able to go online, it will your registration providing say Nipano requirements and meet eligibility status. How about the Canadian Express?
Yes. A horna complexity womb.
Exactly.
American system, American system is so simplified. Yeah. All you need is your passport number. Even you don't even need to upload any document. Or passport number, with date of birth, or house of birth, or age, or qualification, or kuta. Hard copy will be uploaded in a American system.
Yes.
And it's so simplified.
Yes.
Then your family information. That's all you need.
Yes.
But the back Canada DNA, very complex, Papa.
Yes.
Complex, it will demand a lot of information.
Yes. And I wouldn't Mr. Sam, my set up and maybe these technical questions because and for a dupun for in that area because I'm not going to say express entry as easy as the American lottery. No can send any pants here.
And you know, correct. And you know, correct. When himself who win new year, unya IT, that is invitation to apply new year. A honor claim be our year. You will say, work school or highest qualification there, also a diploma holder. A honor, what the certificate in Babachere.
Okay.
You will say marital status, also our a honor you must prove by your what do you call it? Your marriage certificate. You will say also why you Juma according to CV, so also why you Juma about 3 companies in the last 10 years. They will take what they call reference letter, employment reference letter. Now, in that reference letter, it must specify 3 things in that letter. Number 1, acknowledging that you have been a former employee of the organization. Number 2, stating your salary range. Number 3, also outline your as to whether the job was a permanent one or was a part-time. Then the 4th, you need to detail some of your duties and responsibilities you performed during your tenure in that organization. And the also trick near. So when you now see so where you adwuma bear 4 5. A do say prover, you must pick letters from all these companies. And sometimes when in Ghana for yadeyo, I know a problem. And you will see if you know what the application. No, I am speaking from experience. Ube to me, maximum of 2 companies, including your current one. Now, ekobase sa kope additional company become one, about 1 in addition to your current one. No. Nti yenya ye pese ye say CV so ye fe. Nti me kan my ye adwuma wa ha obehwe na ne CV no so no companies be 5. So we drew that level ho be chiro because you must take reference letters from all of these companies you have mentioned on your CV and also your resume. Nti open it open a simpler o resume no so no let your previous working experience companies enye just about 2 aboro so aye 3 aboro so aye 3 na waje what so that we per reference letters na e be easy and simple for you saa brɛ no wo ne saa previous employers no bɛkasa including your current organization and our company are currently wo ne ɔmo yɛ adwuma nti let's say for example woyɛ teacher ni anaasɛ woyɛ nurse ni ɛna wo pa akɔ wowie no what specify sɛ woyɛ adwuma about 4-5 hospitals eduru baabi a wopɛ these reference letters from these hospitals to back your claim a na ayɛ sɛ frustration aba mu ebi bɛyɛ so ne simple amount ebi nso ahwɛ a na ɔmo adrage na application no akyɛ nti wopa just combine emu mmienu yɛ no one wo current position there wo current organization there wokɔ ne HR ɛkasa a ɔbɛte aseɛ no wa extend wa backdate year na amount then you also need to prove by your pay slip especially if you are a government worker you need to prove by your pay slip your current pay slip di adanseɛ sɛ organization na wa state sɛ ɛnɛ mprempren wo ne ɔmo ɛyɛ adwuma no ampa wo pay slip kyerɛ sɛ wo ne ɔmo yɛ adwuma now wɔfa ma menka adeɛ bi a nka ɛyɛ skip me ehia paa me nuanom Ghanafoɔ ehia papa but you might not pay attention ɛyɛ SNET contribution.
Wow.
SNET.
Wow.
Yes, SNET contribution. When you application, when you IT an invitation to apply now. There is a website I will upload money in also. Requirement no udru on experience, working experience no so. O current job no, you better say upload anything that has to do with government related information. And that one has to do with SNET. Actually, say the government of Ghana is aware you are a worker or you are an employee to a company in Ghana. And that is by way, say, UTI or SNET. Because it is only when you are a worker and you pay SNET contribution. When you are Juma, you SNET. It could be private, it could be public. And say a private, say a public. You must pay SNET, Social Security. Enti eduru hɔ nom a afei obetumi akɔ print o SNET statement na de aka ho wawie. Nti Canada system no nyame anim ni so obi ba no obɛka kyerɛ so okuta machine bi ɛna Canada yɛ information bi nti fabra no wagye wo din no wo telephone number no maame no papa din wawie a ɔboa. Ɔmo information no they demand a lot of information input to the extent say only obi awo na memfa no say enipa no wonya one ne nete say eyere meka especially on the part of the men ebi a oni oba bi wo ba ana oma e was say ukoje what they call consent letter from oba no say ampa wogitum say abofra no ye wone ne ba na ekoba say wopɛ sɛ ɔde abɔfra no kɔ a wate aseɛ saa you need that nti ɛnyɛ fo saa but the American no saa documents yɛ American no ɛyɛ so easy to get deɛ den a wɔsɛ woyɛ ho adwuma ɛna maka kyerɛ no the IELTS and then the ECA report ɛno deɛ wɔsɛ woyɛ ho adwuma nkasa IELTS no na menim sɛ for the purposes of ayi me ne kasa no I just came to my laptop who said British Council and narrowed down I think so makati almost centers in be until Cecilia in Ghana as we speak aka 3
wow
aka Tamale Kumasi and Accra
I don't know your latest updates yaba
yes
wow
okay baby that is baby a obetimi akotro exams no na mmom baby a otimi classes no de otimi ya no sunyane say school bi wo ho mo run center bi wo ho mo run IELTS class a otimi dwane Ebi okofo dua utimi dwane takwa so obi wura ne bia utimi ye bi. Na emom eba exams no tworo de a 3 examination centers and omo di Cote d'Ivoire aka ho. Nti omo serve Ghana de no omo serve Tamale, Accra, Kumasi and then Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
Nti that is the all no. Nti wo hwe wo location baabi a wo in Ghana. No wa hwe baabi a 3 centers no baabi e be ben wo. Na what you so ho as your examination center.
Okay. All right.
Ah.
Minia we agina mate. Zuzum akwaba. Zuzum anawada. Zuzum wada. Ya Zuzum.
Wada.
What jina swada? Wada.
I just so you know.
But you know, please.
Yaja, najizai.
Pepa to mimpo mu ya pa onso e.
Yami adumofa. Ahwade ho.
Ya de Yankopon ase. Ye ni nkopa e. De na wo ma Mr. Sam.
Die di kan yami nhyira no papaapa. Wabie mani wɔ nneɛma bebree ho. Esan sɛ ɛyɛ ade a metu ho anamo, but especially wonya the right information no so that woyɛ a wahu sɛ aha na ɛsɛ mefa. Nti to be honest, me de Canada de menim sɛ nyame yɛ adom a ɛdi mfie du koraa na mɛkɔ. Te sɛ deɛ woka no sɛ yɛnya abotire no ɛdi mfie du koraa na mɛkɔ, but wabie mani wɔ nneɛma bebree ho a mahu sɛ ɛkwan wei so na ɛsɛ fa kwan wei so saa elite exams na ɔmoyɛ no Kumasi a na ɔka sɛ ɛsi aka center baako no fine wokɔkɔyɛ registry because mentu ɛno ho anamo bia because na mpɛ sɛ menya proper education about it so that metu ho anamo a menim sɛ kwampa no so na menam na ɛsɛ mefa now ɔnso na ɔka sɛ sɛ wo classes no deɛ wobɛtumi akɔ baabi akɔyɛ bi sɛ baabi a ɔmoyɛ classes no bia wobɛtumi akɔyɛ bi na mmom sɛ center nankasa a ɛyɛ exam nti mepɛ sɛ mehu sɛ baabi a mɛyɛ me classes no ɛna ɛsɛ meyɛ registration na ɛkwan bɛn so na wobɛfa wobɛnya saa registration no ɛna ɔka other one other ebi ho asɛm sɛ ECO sɛ whatever something report mpatwɛ megye di sɛ ogyina so deɛ ɔbɛsan so asi hɔ so ama me na mahu sɛ deɛ ɛsi teɛ ɛna deɛ ɛhia me paa kɛsɛkɛsɛ ɛyɛ website no once wobie website no nokora nyame anim ni ɛgum bebrebee wohu sɛ wei ɛna ɛyɛ the right one no wei ɛna ɛyɛ the right one to follow so that wobɛtumi ayɛ nti mpakyɛ wɔ hɔ no wobɛtumi abie m'ani wɔ hɔ kakra na mahu sɛ okay me type wei words wei na ɛna ɛyɛ menya the right source no na matumi a register me da se pa offer
me da se minua ya Mr. Sam what your question
mbacho mete no question no sɛ otie mi a ɛba examination na wo de baabi a wɔyɛ no ɔyɛ classes no usually because nim say students will have problem with going to register at the British Council and ankasa na abeko no akoye registration but most of the centers no omoma tuition na wo pese wa call British Council on your own na obetimi akọ yes sir you can just leave your registration with them and they will register you the British Council so on airlines and to make us a free Kumasi de me control me speaking British Council one and kasa dum Barclays Bank and Stanbic Bank chile hop Methodist asonda na ho no omo nchen speaking no or British Council office one and kasa na abeye no but about writing reading and listening no ni nyina one day speaking no first na three na aka ni nyina no obetworo ni nyina one day and only a control no school be war around kwada so Greek some British curricular school be any cultural exams no and Tamale nso omotro Radach Hotel Tamale but Accra dear minim say British Council around City House around City House or it said National Theatre opposite Sano City House omo office ankasa honom World Trade Center building no the next building no city house ase ho na I think some more ground floor e ho no so I'm tempted to believe say examination center no be what building na mu ha but eba registration centers no dia omabu bebre a obetimi akwakoye aha na obusa ba ECA no madika ka say ECA no education credential assessment any a friend ECA no kyerɛ sɛ qualification bi ekuta wo no fabra na yɛmfa evaluation menka na simple terms yɛn equate to yɛn language mu sɛ equivalent to this in Canada any a friend ECA report no and also so a requirement ɛwɔ sɛ wɔyɛ na the requirement no what the whole document no do baabi a so upload no upload aka ho wɔ nneɛma no ho na de kɔ na afei obi bia I complete I set
Okay. Yeah, Adi. D. Okay, minu ya kwaba. Minu ya ote menka kwaba. Hey. Minu ya also ada.
I'm so obi nso ama me British Council location or say opposite Ghana GIJ and then adjacent Ghana Press. But I have ever visited them, I think about 2 years ago. I was City House. I see her. Minim so much free and access to see more different centers there. Besides, I have personally been to that office in Tinama, Mekan, and my minim so when you almost subsidiary office there, then I can't stand to be corrected.
Okay. Mr. Usum Pato Akwaba.
Yeah, menua na me de afutuo bi na me pese me de ma ye nuan mo mutu kwan. On pese o mutu kwan.
So, answer na bashasi na Pato Kasa friend.
Memo wo USA, California, San Diego.
Me Pato Yenin Komo.
Yeah. Afutuo na me pese me de ma ye nuan no. Me te US ne Mexico border no. Me ka se me drive wa 15 minutes per na me bra Mexico. Me di wa trentwe pa.
Okay.
Me call so ba panti. Ko me yere cry in Mexico ni, but or American ni as I say do citizen ti. Na bushafo ni bi wo Mexico a me ta call panti ana obi kan ye kwa ne abaha.
Yes.
Na ye ma hye nso ne me hu ye nuanum bi a omo abedi di Mexico. Se uhwe bi mu a se fam. Na se wan hwe ye na umo bi dedew. Se ubedu Brazil na wawurawura mu abedu Uruguay, I'm sorry, Paraguay, Chile no mu na wawurawura mu ba o ba ya so easy hardren hwe aha me hu se border patrol de helicopters chase nipa helicopters pa e chase nipa e bia na obi hu yi me wo hwe ma yi a me wo videos bi a ma yi a I mean border patrol ni bi kra stop obi bi wo ma yi so ma twe wo ma yi so ama save nti bi kra betima akɔhwe
Okay.
asefem helicopter di chase nipa na asem ne say o say downside southern ahase ni desert.
Yeah.
California na desert nti no from Mexico border no to so be US no ni nyina ya asase taw and as desert na mobo na said ye wo the border no si te ene so the wo the security say tight obi nkan kire so wa wonim US asem.
Yes.
So oko embassy okra ko visa kora na yenim se ho si tight city.
Yes.
Ekwan de ube from niema de ube fransa kwa obenya kora ko hu cancel kora no. Niema de ube from kwa san watimi akohu obi no. Ti se check hu se bibie ne ho. Nti yesre ye nuanom. Se ube so otu kwan a US de se obi bia you all right ya enya de so mbedi na woda. Nduka so no ka kire obi a eya na nipa dodo na ante ase.
Yes.
Uwe nipa Ghana fo abedi border na no tora kra udru o se a ohwe otimi se obeye me ko hu Ghana ni ba ko me sika na me yima na se won fa to no ho So
Yes.
mobo papa baby o meda credit. Asɛm ne sɛ ɛyɛ ana nkɔfo bebree taa ka sɛ woba na wosike asaroma yɛ ɔmba mu abam okay say na wokɔ boda wɔn mɛka kyerɛ sɛ ɔsɛ asarom na wosike ho wodwane afiri kurom ho bia bɛka sɛ han na kuro bɛ na ade kan sii so ebi asɛ bia mesi Brazil ade na Brazil wɔ no wosike asaroma ade na hɔ deɛ wantena hɔ sɛ obi a ntɔkwa si wo kuro so a wodwane deɛ wodu Brazil a sɛ ade na wontena hɔ woba bɛyɛ dɛ wɔ ha.
Yeah, because Brazil see your mind.
Exactly. Enti ɛno mo hu motive a wode ɛba.
Yes.
Sɛ ahana na wopɛ sɛ woba.
Exactly.
Because obi a wosika asɔrɔ mkra deɛ obi kɔ otimi aba abɛdu Mexico. Sintina wopɛ sɛ owura mu. Mexico so yɛ kura ntɔkwa ni so.
Yes.
Ɛne ade nti na wontena so.
Yo.
Na de sɛ deɛ ɔmo yɛ nie kane no na ɔmo kye obi a na yɛde na kɔtoto mu wɔ ha na yɛ no court ne yɛ sɛ deɛ ɔmo yɛ nie ɔmo kye wɔ Mexico wode wo ho ba dodoɔ na yɛ ɔnom de ɔmo ho aba ka ɔmo sɛ ɔmo fele papers ne yɛ yi a kɔ Trump baeɛ no Trump de ɔka sɛ yɛ ma obi akora mfele biribiara but Biden baeɛ na ɔbɛyi saa ne manifro te sɛ no ɔmo akwan ɛma woteki form no afele na waka wamaneɛ ebi asa no na wosike but sɛ deɛ ayɛ ne sɛ nka ɔmo bɛgye watena ha na yɛde wato mu na yɛmu aduane di ne sɛ oyɛ anom de wokɔ Mexico mo kɔtena hɔ kɔtwɛn sɛ o case no
yes
ɛbɛyɛ yie ansa ne afrɛ wa mo aba na wohwɛ so many years as a months nso a wobɛdi no hɔ a ɛneɛ obi nka nkyerɛ wo wohwɛ si no god nim sɛ wo case no bɛyɛ ɛmfɛ because nipa no ɛyɛ ne kora dɔɔso
yes
so it is this time no kane na nka ɔmo de ɔmo gum na nka ɔmo mu aduane di baabi a bɛda ne yɛyi na ɔmo hwɛ wo nsɛm na wonu obusuani bi wɔ hɔ a na bi a yɛamo afrɛ no na asɛm so ne number no bi na house number no na address no bi ama sɛ me nipa no na bi a ɔmo agya no na waba bɛfa no but this time no nipa no adɔɔso wɔ saa concentration room wɔ ne nasefo nti deɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ ne sɛ ɔmo de ɔmo nyinaa akɔgu ɔmo kyew a wɔn ama akɔ baabi a ɔfiri ba nti Mexico na ɔmo akɔgya wasi hɔ ɔmo sɛ wafaale papers deɛ nanso twɛn yɛhia wa ɛbɛfrɛ wo nti ama yɛ nnua no bebree di nsɛnsɛmɛ ɛwɔ hɔnom ɛha adwen paa na ɔkɔ ho sɛ na kuro nso a ayɛ sɛ ɔsɛ ayɛ border town nti no kuro biara ne ɛpɛ sɛ ɔba so
yes
yɛwɔ Haitifoɔ wɔ hɔ Brazilfoɔ wɔ hɔ Perufoɔ wɔ even kura Mexicofoɔ n'ankasa kora ɔmo na ɔmo yɛ ɛhyɛ border kora ɔmo mu ma
yeah
te sɛ Ghana ne Togo na Togo ne pɛ sɛ ɔba Ghana na Ghana sɛ wo ne me hyɛ border so still na me ma wo ma ɔn saa asɛ fam US no kuro ɛte saa nanso sɛ woba so wotumi baa bɛforo soro hɔ na akɔ US ne Canada a border so a so easy obi no attack obi me kae sɛ last year December me ne me wife to kwan yɛ drive free ha ba Washington State
Washington State
yes I wanna
I'm in Washington State.
Me koda me ma ho that was my first time. Me buy. Yes, kuro ne de Birmingham. I said Birmingham. I'm friend say. Me refi. Kuro ketewa bi wa e ben omone Canada share border. And na em say border town.
Oh yeah.
I had the friend San Isidro. US I had the friend San Isidro, but I want from friend no. Birmingham Bibisa mo free Bibisa. Nti
ma who say kuro ba dina escape me kakra.
Yes, me refi din no, yeah. Enti me ba so na a call British Columbia whatever so kuro bi so omo you know say kuro a mo Canada fo kuro ne US share border mo friend of British Columbia whatever it is
yes
this is no mo friend enti e ho na me ba e na ja na covid ni mu nti no na ja ye rewre ma na timi koye ne kone nam ho a na ba e so ho but o hwe nipa e free Canada ba US a no mo ye more sin o mo e free USA ko Canada
yes
na na me bisa say I didn't think that as a basa because minim senka Canada ni US ye on bibia so ye pe I'm coming so bibia ye pe me so okra say me Canada kra me say in the Canada na ya bobo ni din no say nete so I said nyema bi wo am akwan ne nyema bi wo ye pe nti me do am say Canada eni no mo kire nti na hwe nipa every Canada be US na hwe nipa e ko free US ko Canada who say US de ni so Na manim a ye check me yi. And I'm who say obi free Canada abedu US border border na no. Said the almost see fa one ko ebroni no. Said the immigration for this year fast. I saw siren scene so kwache no. I'm say hey, emu gina na force. And I'm say hey, na kro be ni. So abrofo no kra side in there was Canada and US there na Canada and US and there na emu no egu kakra. But
Yes.
yeah, down hana there. Ko
Yes.
hono mun se suspect bibia na if on free ba. Ko China ni pese owie wi an ho ba ha no mo ba China fo nyina beba no gugu Mexico border no mo pe o mo nya ha mbeba.
Aye.
Enti mesrɛ mo sɛ obi de wu tu kwan a na ekoye saa akwantu na mesrɛ mo menko because aha helicopter sɛ meka no ye de sa obi papa nipa pa na me ka no na me kane na me ma ha no na me hu saa ne ma ne o movies mu a te sɛ helicopter sɛ de pam obi ne ye de pam cars no na me hu ne sɛ just a movie but helicopters ye the desert nso a wonam no nso no o ye be hu because wonam so ye a show oh ɛna ɔmo wɔ Gulf ɔmo wɔ Pacific Ocean na ɛwɔ yɛ side ya say ɛbaa bi si Washington state nyinaa but ɛwɔ kora toam kora so kɔ Canada ba ha no ɔmo ne Mexico no so wɔ Pacific ayi ɔmo so wɔ po ɛno nso so wonim na akɔfa so a ɛno wakɔhyia nkurɔfoɔ from Coast Guard ɔmo ayɛ sɛ US military saa na mɛka no sɛ ɔmo yɛ US military ɔmo wɔ kuro no mu wokɔhyia ɔmo hɔ ɔmo kora de is so complicated a ɔmo timi akyɛw so
Yes.
inti mesrɛ mo
Yes.
sɛ nuanom bi a woka sɛ obɛduru a nsuo ha wobɛfa so wobɛyɛ yi aka sɛ wokɔfa Atlantic nso no akɔsi Florida no nso ayi nso a ɛwɔ nso so the same thing
Yes.
kuro a wobɛwura mu a ɛmu hu sɛ aha na wobɛwura nti no obi biaa pase no obi biaa yɛ no nti mesrɛ mu sɛ yɛn nuanom bi anka no kwasɛm ankyerɛ yɛn nuanom bi a ɛbɛduru mmere bi no na ɔmo abɛka akɔntuom ama nneɛma bebree ayɛ basaa so sɛ wotu kwan no bi a fine wobɛtena Mexico na bi a wayɛ adwuma kakra a na sɛ nneɛma mu yɛ na sɛ bi a akwanya bi ba na sɛ bi obi betumi aboa ɛno yɛ different but ɛkɔba sɛ motive no ankasa sɛ memɛkɔ ɔmo kyew a ɛno koraa de wotira ne ayi no ɔmo de Ghana straight no ɔmo de basa a baabi a wɔtu kwan bɛduru no ɛno nso koraa bɛsa abɔ nti yɛn nuanom mesrɛ mu a ne twi a mehu ɔmo da bia bɛkɔ na ɔmo tete hɔ na ayɛ da asɛ ɔmo gurupu ɔmo ho because oni baabi kɔ nti Ghanafoɔ no ne yɛyifo no ɔmo gurupu na ɔmo tete odidi di ɔmo nkɔmɔ saa so ɛna Mexico nso yɛ ankasa a yɛreka no ɛhɔ nso koraa police foɔ koraa so hyia ɔmo tumi ahaw because ɔmo immigration koraa bɛtumi kɔ woba hɔ no nyɛ fɛ sɛ na baayɛ
Yes.
because sɛ wowɔ Ghana kwan akɔ sɛ ɔkɔgye Mexico koraa visa ɔmo mfa ma wo
Yes.
yeah ɔmo mfa ma wo because ebi ayɛ me pɛn makɔ hɔ pɛn sɛ ga mekɔ akɔpɛ bi ɔmo amfa ma me so mebɛba aha no mu no mebaa bɛyɛ 5 years mebɛba no mu na agya meyere kaa sɛ sɛdeɛ ayi wesi ayɛ no nka menkɔ hɔ na nka ɔmo ɔnyɛ ayi ma me na nka ɔmo mfa me na nka memfa mewura mu wɔ ha ba mekɔ ɔmo amfa ma me nti na ɛsɛ mesa aba m'akyi ɛbɛyɛ US deɛ na because na mesuro sɛ ahana US ɔmo akɔdi na me so enti Mexico kora amfa ma me a ɛtɔ da ɛha adwene nti ɛsrɛ mo yɛnuanom ne nokwasɛm deɛ woka nokwasɛm kyerɛ obi me drive free a 15 minutes ne mawura Mexico medi wɔ atena ntwe de biara nti wohwɛ sɛdeɛ yɛnuanom si egu hɔ na wohwɛ sɛdeɛ ebi nkora mmɔbɔ koraa ɛmmɔbɔ me nea ebi wɔ free fie ne sɛ te bia mu no ɔyɛ sɛ nka ɔba bɛpɛ but wɔbɛduru ɛno sɛ na abɛto no but wode brɛ
daddy as same way I walk as much as a yare was many so as because every single day beer anywhere may so yeah men kasa about US and Mexico border say and many
yeah
but
wow
obisi what you America who can't
wow
no also can't say obisi what you nti wo de wo kan ontie ma case common price risky okay ontie
risky
first hand information many Japan
yeah
witness report see is believing
yes yes see is believing one day me nim selenka me ya de ka measure mo akọ fa border no so na kama bomodin awurem ba asem say me ko wurem go say a line be a boho mo di be US no this is 6-7 hours and some betimi as abem so because lines na free Mexico be US na so line ten na cars so sa it be take so many hours na asa na otimi abewrem enka mehira de makọ pa na kuma hwe nuan Ghana for ya ewo bi na ka mo ni bi akasa
yo
ha dwen ha di bo ba
maybe nyankopon yi adoma da kro bia benya day off bi no na bia
yes
na de what
yes
ya link up because
oh yes
ka wo tu Ghana for no o se wa ko tues ka se obi nje Mexico face man no o me loko Mexico o cash your
me say be see me nua me say desert is your friend as and will be rather snakes I will be a multi shake o moto na kekekekekeke no o me say omo keka nkrofo de bia beti ambulance na ekofa omo ba ena ahazo border patrol obetimi a chase ana the ana ehun movie the same thing US na wo ba no there was a time ena mete sarin bi na me kra me say bia ye border patrol ena sa akwa bi straight I mean you so freeway ni so san almost sa akwa nsa ma akwa na akasa de kan kopem ekowie so nti yesremo akwantuo ne de obia me nyana ka wie nuanum Ghana fo ne ko obia tu kwan ne bi because US de unya bewura ekuru papa I mean kura unya wura mu a wawura mu fine una wonko wachi bie ma fine which is okay me understand you but oba so ne ma be ye ma so na akoma I mean utimi na nkrata nso a eno so ye but ye nuanum nyina ye timi aba na ka wabehwe se de tebia ne sete wo obi kuro mu a eye na ka nyina obi kan obi atimi de bi ahwe na busua but se wanya sa tebia na wonya abotire wo bra ne mu
yes
akwantu because our prepare is so serious obi ka say oh enumre obetimi ayi border no so enumre obetimi across so na mame kan say me border no ho omo US o baby omo me say no man's land obi enim no man's land to say Ghana Togo na mfimfin baby nanka ehon before so obetie simu no ankasa no na cameras credit card pick wo ho dada so me nuam say mo amunim say the US security city ono onye yi bi ma obi ma attack ni kuro it will make it so obi oba ni kuro no mu bia no obeye minim say ade bi eye difficult bia na ade bi eye impossible bia na timi possible mo obi obi beba na afo atimi aya atimi awuram fine and ye see obi timi aba but ye muza say ni padodo ahen na timi nya kwan ba
asem no
so yeah because obi betimi awuram atata bo hu abesi kurom ba asem ni say ni padodo ahen na betimi aba kura me ha say me free San Diego call Los Angeles ya 2 hours and before say me drew Los Angeles no yes our immigration ayisi krom ewufimfimfin border na yentwa border no kura tontwino me mu San Diego na me free San Diego akọ Los Angeles no yes our border patrol kra wo kwan mfimfin eno so they checking the pie free San Diego back by friends say Los Angeles and na we Los Angeles so call San Francisco so a ebi so wo ho and me free say me free San Francisco eba Oregon and so ebi wo ho from Oregon to what do you call it Washington State ebi wo ho and na free California so called Las Vegas and so bi wo ho just and na free like California say called Arizona ebi wo ho me nkronkro atwetwetwe ho achi nyina makokọ so makọ Arizona makọ Las Vegas makọ Utah makokọ ko bebrebe ebi this last year na me call Oregon ne Washington State me kwana me call that it yesremo US de ayakwanya ma obi se wutimi bewura mu a me hu say wani beje but yemfa kwampa no so they be ameta hwe video pa say wota hye nkrofo nkran no kwasem say uso abedi kuro yi mu na eja wo nya wanwen say onko a bibi wo papa bi wo mu nko na wo fa na wo hye ma ye nuanom mo so nya bi de ama basa ama akontu no ho akono no nkurɔfoɔ so pɛ bi so wɔn so bɛyɛ asɛ esukɔm de obi na wɔkyini pɛ nsuo nom no ɛba saa a ɛma nipa bebree so pere sɛ wɔn so bɛtumi aba which is good because nneɛma papa a nkurɔfoɔ enjoy te sɛ akwan and I mean nneɛma bebrebe a nkurɔfoɔ enjoy maybe Washington state na mi si wɔ da the very time I'm about many gye pɛpɛpɛ but as far say ɔmo weather no na asa na ɛma yi kakra ayɛ overcast de biara sɛ emu osum saa me ba me snow kora bɛbo me hɔ paa so serious paa nti because yeah ha ne yɛhu bi yeah California yɛhu bi because yɛwɔ desert so
Yeah.
wobɛhu a this wakɔ mmepɔ no so as a tourist sɛ wakɔ mmepɔ no so sɛ na wakɔhu bi wɔ hɔ
Yeah.
nti ba me snow bɛbo me papapapa baba me hu sɛ me na me nkɔ snow mu da that was my first time as me hu snow so ho nti yɛn nua me srɛ mu a it is srɛ mu a nam sɛ one day mɛhyira paa yɛ na me de makɔ akɔfa hɔ na mo serious it because to be any more dem ma yɛn nuanom bi the more den ti srɛ mu sɛ connection mind obetimi ayɛ ama wo obetimi ayɛ na deɛ yɛn ka no sɛ obi enu abi papa ɛba na sɛ anaasɛ owó gold ɛwɔ ne dɛm a ɔbɛkɔ ana obenya gold wɔ fam a ɔbɛba bɛgyina abɔntena yi dede sɛ abusua menya gold o so obi enu ɔbɛyɛ saa because wobɛyɛ sɛ wonya gold a obi bɛka sɛ ne deɛ bi a ɔbɛgye deɛ meka me no hu sɛ obi na ɔyɛ connection man so hu sɛ nka ɛhɔ yɛ man na ada no no nkɔ no ɔda so te Ghana
yes
so nipa no no connection man hu sɛ so easy no betimi aba sɛ nko ɔbɛn abɛyɛ na ade o nko ɔmfa de ne ma wo nanso ɔhu sɛ baabi a woba bɛ struggle ahokyerɛ mu na woba enye easy ma wo nti mo mi ehu ni saa sɛ US securities ntɔkwan kura saa for kura ntɔkwan kura saa ba kura de so mo si monitor securities no
ya Russia no Ukraine no
yeah so mo si monitor securities no Russia for ni bi unim sɛ Russia for ni bi ba border yi so ɔmo ba bɛtena so sɛ ɔmo sɛ sanctions ɔmo de ma te sɛ ɔmo ama ɔmo sanctions bi ne n'asefoɔ ɔmo aba sɛ ɔmo ho kyerɛ ɔmo nti ɔmo ne Ukraine foɔ ne na baayɛ Ukraine foɔ sɛ abɛwurawura ɔmo ne ɔmo na ba ɔmo bɛsi Mexico a na ɔmo ama ɔmo aba free because ɔsan sɛ ɛyɛ international ɛyi nti no nti Russia foɔ no bi so bɛba ɔmo tete hɔ ɔmo ama ɔmo kura nwuram so ama Mexico foɔ authorities kura so pam ɔmo so ɔmo nkɔ baabi ɔmo free baayɛ ti ɛsrɛ mo nationality a wɔm no aborɔfo no ɔmo nim ɛnyɛ wɔn a ɔba bɛka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ ntɔkwa esi okuro so
yeah
deɛ ɛsɛ ɔmo sɛ United Nation ɛwɔ baabi a
yes
eti ntɔkwa wɔ bi kuro so a ɔmo nim ɛnyɛ wɔn a ɔba bɛka sɛ ntɔkwa wɔ wɔ kuro so nti no ɔmo mfa wɔn mmerɛ mu ɔho ɛna ɔba nso so a ebi a nneɛma bi wɔn bɛyi nya firi wɔn because wɔn kyerɛw sɛ wɔn de wɔn nsa wɔn pɛkɛ wɔ tom print wɔn kyerɛ wɔn teke wɔ tom print na wɔn nyinaa no sa hyia obi mu sɛ wasa aba ɛneɛ wɔn kɔn bɛ ban no for life wɔn tumi ntu kwan nyɛ yi biara koraa bi nti ɛsrɛ mo akɔntuo deɛ mesrɛ mo sɛ mo tu kwan a mesrɛ mo a me nuanom kɔ me deɛ mehu no a me bɔda no so a mete ne nti no nneɛma bebree wɔ a mehu so mehu bebree na sɛ nneɛma nyinaa na metumi aka no ɛnɛ nti ɛsrɛ mo sɛ mo tu kwan a monyɛ careful especially yɛnkosia na ɛnantenante mu ne bra na saa yi no koraa no before sɛ ɔba bɛwura US koraa no ɛno koraa problem bi a bɛkɔkɔkɔ mu paa ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa na Nicaragua Guatemala El Salvador no ne kuronkuro no nyinaa ɔmo koraa pɛ haba ɔmo nkɔ ɔmo no wɔ America yi no continent no ɔmo nyinaa pɛ haba nti wo a woyɛ Ghana ni nyɛ ɔnko ana akɔntuo ho kɔm de wo
yes
so ho ebi de obiara na emom wanyɛ careful a last year na saa nkurɔfoɔ yɛ from caravans ɔmo wɔ ase ɔmo baa yɛ from caravans ɛno kuro biara bi wɔ so kuro biara mu ni bi wɔ so to ɔmo bɛ boom nipa 5,000 na de ɔmo yɛ nie ɔmo du Mexico border so na Mexico say ɔmo mo nwuram because ɔmo dɔɔso no do nti ɔmo yɛ nie ɔmo de apiepia saa na ɔmo timi epushi Mexico for securities na wɔn ɔmo de force wura mu wɔsan so ɔmo dɔɔso ɔmo de force wura mu to ɔmo du US border no ka ɔmo abɛyɛ saa ɔmo nim sɛ ɔmo de saa force no ne ɛyi ne ba a yɛbɛtumi ama ɔmo awura ɔmo bɛtumi abɛbu border no kɔ atumi awura mu aha de ɔmo stop ɔmo stake kora wɔ ha ɔmo ntumi anyɛ hwee US ntumi nfa saa yi ne ma because ɔno nipa na ɔno ne yɛ yi na ɔsa ɔba cap kora sa wɔ n'akyi a ɔwɔ hu so nti ɛsrɛ mu a me nuanom ɛsrɛ mu akɔntuo me te sɛ mo kan yi na ma me sɛ me mmra me so mɛkyerɛ m adwene na Eja ye na ewo wa ano ne de esu ehu bi. Nti ebia nipa na bebi kura na wantimi ntu amfiri wa mesi JFK. Ana wantimi amesu Seattle, ana wantimi amesi ebia or Portland ne nasefo no wantimi amesi wo direct. Ebia kwan so no bi opeso no nam aba. Nti esremo a wa amunye careful na obi kan ahokyere yennuanu bi ahokyere bi omuwom no.
Yes.
Ya na emu orem. Bi okura bi kwa bebi obedware kura ho oden.
Yes.
Ade mu orem pa nti esremo a mo menye careful sa ne ma no na me US mom de mentimi kan ni obi anim say me obi obetimi aboa obi. Dabi. Mentimi nya sa me ni obi o ha obetimi aboa obi say kono onye visa ma ene mom de me ni obi sa. Ya ana ho so visa de obi anim say de city eden. Obi anim visa de enti se Canada no ma utimi school ni you know US utimi school but emu dodo say na fa wo mom ba. Enye common ba Canada no me yim de so easy say ubetimi aye me Canada class me do say mani anye ho omo ho nema bo den sa British Columbia wa no omo nema bo den eti ho nam Canada okay eti bi kwa mami class abantem me sa ba class ko mani anye ho omo nema nkete bi a me ne bo ne yi nti na the only advantage omo wo ye omo health care and then say matter say very good but beside Nema to say omo gas omo petrol na say for no there so expensive to omo dodo na ba US ya no ma beto the same one more Washington state here mota hu Canada forecast ne pa say yeah omo cast ne number because me Washington me hu bisa say no omo cast ne edi akoni aba wa asa ti dodo na no o me fele a no omo komba so ma be shopping no mo de gu ka mu na pa omoko nti e be at that side of Canada na me call in na ne bo den dia I don't know but omuna no mo won de dodo na ha no mo ba nti esremo a mo hu kwan be fa so tu kwan na ya ka ba bi ma yanko nu enwa nkasa minim saka metena Ghana ebi so be kura nanka sika de so pu de ma nipa nanka obetimi de akra de aye bibi ama so abaso na ankoka kwam nti esremo a mo hu sai no na enye USD de bia meka say wonya bewuram a wo ne kuro na fa wonya bewuram a be kwa be for survive de wa wunim because kura obewuram a I mean usika hu wadwuma sika enye densa ese meka say adwuma a minim say menua hu ni sa wo ho a minim say siara wo hu bia say ba bia be ko bia na hiring wo hu bi wo ho sa
in the America maybe I go 50 states na
baby de bia meka baby metim ko mi say eh na obi kro pa na now hiring adwuma ye pe nkrofo no mo ye adwuma me hu ye nka adwuma ho enka omu anka mo pa adwuma na ye more sen adwuma na ankasa se adwuma no mom na ba more sini pa mo pe no mo ye adwuma enti bobo sa so mo pe nkrofo no mo ye adwuma enti metim ka say na ko bi wo ho a ya na abro na ye omu anase de adentina obi etimi anya adwuma buso na o pe nipa kra na omo ye adwuma onya bi na Ghana de obi kura wie na o wie university no ko pe adwuma de na nkwa ye de amom timi ka o metirim se na die na mane basa te bia me kasa asem se die na mane bete na me ka che me de se enima bi wa enya fe wo bra ni mu o se ade me ka che se uhwe kura ye free so a adwuma bi anka ye fast food ayi kura enema ton kura no omunua ne ton kura no enka den se obi kura benya sa Ghana ka den se obi benya nanso wohwe ha ebu obi kura ebobobo sa kane no before say COVID ni beba no COVID nya mai na on say no documents it have documents eno social security ni nasefo check ni na sana wanya adwuma ye by say COVID ni ba sa ni ntina amankofo bre no dodo na no man kwa adwuma bu o a ebi kura ye pamo no mani frɛ adwuma ntina aban no twia na on employment nasefo na yesi o matwam ena nkofo bre nya adwuma nti amai say no kokora na rate ya ope bia no mutimi de ma because omu hia ni pande na ye adwuma ebi o matwen a omu nya obi amantu beto mu na no se den ka wo pay yi na nanka ye ni de amount ebu okura so document tim ga to say nya abotre o de hya ha kakra ansa na ye de obeye na nya obi a amane obi 1000 years kan say obi ma ya so ho ye na oda so hye wo nti ɛno deɛ ɛnyɛ problem saa but yɛn nuanom bi wɔ hɔ a ɔmo mpɛ adwuma sɛdeɛ deɛ down no aka yɛn nuanom bebree wɔ ɔmo mpɛ adwuma ɔno sɛ ɔbɛtete hɔ no yɛ sɛ ɔte Bronx ɔte ya no nenam a ɔdi akɔneaba na ɔkɔ aba ha mɛme ha sɛ Ghana ne wohu Ghana ni da ɛwɔ me ha ma ya sɛ ka mepɛ bi mehu bi so Nigeria ni bi na mehu na ɛgya mede ne mmienu Nigeria fo aduane yɛkɔda ne yɛkɔdidi na ɛgya ɛba bɛyɛ ɛden sɛ ɔbɛhu bi so Mexico fo nkwa nam no mgua so but ɛnyɛ sɛ bi ebu dia but wokɔ Los Angeles a yɛsɛ Ghana fo gu hɔ paa but nti mesrɛ mo mo ehu sɛ yi na yɛmfa plan ne yi na yɛtu kwan yɛ ho akyerɛ
meda se pa ne
Wafa mepɛ sɛ me banta no asɛm mi Ghanafoɔ no ɔmo mpɛ adwuma ne yɛ ɔmo adadabafoɔ na ebi wɔ fie no ba yɛ ahiafoɔ ɔmo yi deɛ yɛyɛ adwuma paa nti Ghanafoɔ ɔmo pɛ adwuma majority ne pɛ adwuma ɔmo nyɛ akwadworo ɛyɛ ɔmo a sika wɔ fie na ɔmo nim sɛ ɔmo papa wɔ agyapadeɛ wɔ hɔ ɔmo na ɔmo yɛ akwadworo nti ɛno deɛ Mr. Owusu ɛhɔ ne deɛ me ne wo nya adwen 100%. Ghana for are not lazy because even US can.
Because Ghana for ni bi.
Oh, okay. And the man te honi.
Yeah, Ghana for ni bi no. And after say you say last year with the Labor Department, no more vote here across.
Ghana for a year juma papa.
Yeah, because Ghana for ni bi mpɛ adwuma. Omo ba no omo tete sa. Oh, say me Ghana ni.
Media me nkrofo more platform so I always speak for them nti ni me hu se obi ka bibi no mo pepe me ba be ka mo nti na me ba nti pa che ne man ti ni ye
yeah ɛna nyɛ hwe ɛna watu kwan so na wo mpɛ adwuma de a ɛne no ka tena Ghana ye
ɛne ka wotena
yeah wotena fe nti na me ka sɛ Ghana fo ni bi
ma me ade we hu se Ghana fo de bia mo ka sɛ ɛna abroche ye di wofa the ma broche admin said, Sikawa has so we are always chasing the money, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're always chasing the money. And we don't have this opportunity back home. And I more kind say me share interview be lady be or say and I broche den or see ni kunu oni or ye sofo or ni kunu na ye sofo mo only big church or Ghana. And interview ani bisa ni say intino adan na ne kunu wɔ asɔre kɛseɛ wɔ Ghana ɔmfi abroche na ɔmbɛtena ne kunu nkyɛn. Listen to what she said. Ɔse ɔno koraa no ɔmo bɔ mpae wɔ afale ama ne kunu ɔmo bɔ mpae sɛ ne kunu ɛbɛba abɛjoin ne no wɔ America. And see you see usi kuro no mu nyɛ nso wopɛ sɛ wo kunu close down ne church na ɔmbɛjoin ne wo.
Yeah.
And I did be na taxes. Yes, abroche yeti and taxes. And no mo die kroni ye bawofa. Me no yeti we ye file for tax return.
Yeah.
Yeti Ghana ye juma ye amuti yen tax bebrebe. Daba ni file for tax return da.
Na asem kwa ne say.
Asem kwa ne say. No, we have to be real. Kroni mon omo kasa ne den na no say eye weather no nso na eto de bia. Of eto de bia wodim say awo ne basa wo kwadwuma na waso nyina ye dede.
That
is it. You said the to the be a bit more money look it say approach and just say yenam jemu near break. What I be no yemu be near pre or Ghana.
Ghana for na even what you don't know more cast and out of like being hypocrite.
Media they be am cast as we say. Even taxes and crana. Taxes and cry can was
do however you want to work overtime. Even from higher overtime. Holiday, you was special sika you know Ghana we don't have all this thing. And so more better na Ghana ye abroche ye ni den na no ni den.
Yeah.
Even, at the end of the day, no one fire yetimi your bills. Yetimi send this sika me only this month. The money I sent home and easy. Ube send this sika kofi. Ube san save it be the akwaye japade wo fi obi or ye clean na kra wo krom ha. Otimi tia ne rent. E save bi. E di kosi dan wo fi. So let's stop lying to people. If we are making it here, they can also come and try. Come and try and also make it. Yes, come and just try. The entire me buy no approach the baby den Ghana cry den. Everywhere is hard. But approach ne den ne sen ya na ye say ye pesicate yan home de be adwuma. Nobody is forcing us to work.
Yes.
Nti
Yes.
mpacho kakra
asɛm
meka
no sɛ
no.
yeah na meka me sister taxi asɛm na wɔka no hwɛ wote kuro a ɔgye wo taxi a wohu sɛ ɔyusu taxi no ɔyusu ma wohu
Yeah.
US a yɛwɔ ha no taxes na ɔmo gye no wohu sɛ ɔmo yusu
Yes.
akwan sɛ yɛyɛ a na ɔmo wɔ so no ɔmo yɛ no da biara wohu sɛ ɔmo yɛ ɔho public utilities te sɛ ɛfa sɛ ba ame park so nom ne n'asefoɔ wokɔɔ free ɔkɔtumi kɔtena akɔgyegye mframa kɔyɛ biribiara ma wɔne gye
Yes.
so wohu sɛ taxes na ɔmo yusu akwan yɛyi akwan yɛde gutters atum yɛakata so wɔtora kora wohu fo ani kora sɛ mese sɛ na nyɛ adwuma a ɔho mebaa sɛ na nyɛ adwuma a mekɔyɛeɛ a ɛka sɛ no ka mɛtia na tie mu paa na tie mu na mentia na tie mu da na tie ankasa wo sɛ na nyɛ adwuma a na mekɔyɛeɛ a ɛma mekɔtiatia na tie ne ɛyɛ na obi fie ne bi a mekɔwurawuraeɛ a wɔdwadwa grasses mu na mekɔte me sɛ wobɛtumi anante saa ɛfɔ ɔhwɛ na tie kora wontia bi mu da ɛno nti na ɛsɛ sɛ shoes ne ba Ghana na ɛtoro a na Ghana wo sɛ shoes na wo nhyɛ da nyɛ yɛ fi na sɛ efi biara nhyɛ dɛ ne di aseɛ no ɔho ɛtoro a wohu sɛ yɛyusu sika no wohu so sika no ɔmo yusu biribi na ɔmo yɛ a wohu sɛ taxes na ɔmo yɛ wohu sɛ ɔmo benefit ɛno na sɛ ɔmo yusu a na deɛ ɛbɛka no yɛhyɛ afe no so wɔyɛ ɛtete yɛ wo taxes yɛ tete yɛ nyina saa bra bɛgye w'adeɛ wompɛ wei no apɛdeɛ yi watwia taxes na wie no a wode ama kuro no ade a wotɔ no yɛatete adwuma a woyɛ yɛatete afei no nyinaa so yɛ du January February me say okay taxes na ade ma aban no sisa na ode ma state no ya yusu awie na mmom de ka yɛ nie enti saa bra na ba apply be fele na be file na yɛn san fa wusika ma wo ɛno ko bi kura ti me gebro de otwia ne ho yi an because ɔma mmiɛnsa ɔma nan o benum nsia
Yeah.
otimi gebro nti obi wɔ kora na sɛ sika no timi si manhye ankasa wɔ fie
Yeah.
ɔho ɔbɛtumi atwɛn a owie onye sika no na kosi manhye wɔ fie dodo na nso ne saka no wɔba Ghana ɔba bebi akɔ ti ɔho enti US deɛ me nua de bia me kasa asɛm sɛ me nkɔ European countries ne so da nti ɛhɔ deɛ a me pɛ sɛ meka ho asɛm because ebia no ɔmo so nneɛma bi ɔmo so nya no hɔ no ɔmo so benefit which is good.
Yeah.
Ba me nkɔ hɔ da no nti me mpɛ sɛ meka ho asɛm na mmom deɛ memani twie mu na mehu bie na ɛho mframa ɛbɔ me no ɛno deɛ metumi ka bi because mahu wonam kwan so wɔn sɛ wonam kwan so so kura sɛ egya tɔ obi fie sɛsie yɛ a police fire service ambulance wɔn nyinaa coordinate sɛ yɛ car bɔ obi sɛsie yɛ a ofre police kura bɛtumi medical obi baabi wɔn nyinaa na ɛba bom wɔn nyinaa ba bom police ni ba na sɛ hia sɛ wɔfrɛ ayi a wɔn nyinaa bɔ nso wɔn nyinaa duro police mu abɛkla kwan mu ambulance ne ba a waba abɛhwɛ nipa no fire service nso ba kɔ wɔn nyinaa ti bɛhyia wɔ hɔ prɛko pɛ 5 minutes kura ama o sɛ biribi si yɛ from ano wɔn nyinaa ba bom ɛni sɛ adeɛ bɛyɛ ma police nko aba ebi a criminal case bi a nipa no kuta tuo bi ɛna bi a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔshoot ɔtotototo ɛno deɛ police nko na bɛba bɛkɔba general ayi a the accident bi esi wɔn nyinaa bɔ mu ba wofrɛ baako waka wɔn nyinaa bɛba ɔho wɔn ba a obi adwuma a wɔyɛ bia sɛ fire service na bɛba a wɔn wɔ paramedics wɔ mu wɔn tumi ɛboa nkorɔfoɔ na wɔn yare a wɔn tumi hwɛ wɔn wɔn obi wɔ mu ambulance so na bɛba a wɔn tumi ambulance so adwuma papapɛpɛ etu akɔ wɔn tumi siesie nipa no koraa asakwa na ambulance koraa aba abɛfa no.
Yeah, daddy. But I say America send the idea to the casa.
Enye ize o. Matiminia. Enye ize. That's a familia.
Into the any day be a bit my possible so person with more close about that be not my
Matiminia.
On what here and also who the way forward.
Matiminia. Matim. Some that's a pa.
Bye bye. And see, Mose me back on. He didn't come where say Ashley, also one of my when I was going to talk about USA Canada. I say asema daddy can be so usu kan no. On car say Canada and you. On car say Canada and okay, me could be a betana ka say. Me be beside America and a country me person met tonight Canada. Okay, because Canada is almost like US. Okay, you know a couple of back on. The economy no like never at least I be America be Canada be movie. Okay. Sometimes no say unni mumpona say You do go see Canada, and can't say Canada, America, here obey because we barely share many things in common. Okay, Canada and America, no, we share a lot in common. The I say one country for. Nti on casa American yet, on casa Canada yet, or say province na Canada province no course no. Because make us be a Canada class, no case be a hono, not living near high Canada holding on casa Canada yet, okay. On casa Canada, it Mr. Omen, no see bonus or Canada yet, on Bianca Canada yet, okay. Canada is one of the best country on earth, okay. Me personally, be America, be a country, I'm person met Singapore and Canada, okay. Until Bianca Canada yet, Canada is good, but and you almost size in America, okay. Bianca Canada yet, Bianca say Canada yet, Canada yet. But one casa kura was I would take Canada is Canada and Canada size in the US, okay? US will state mark 50. The state of Texas, Kochaki, the state of Texas or GDP, so in Canada, okay? Say see Amenoka say Google, say see Amenoka say just Google the state of Texas or GDP, not to Canada, Texas alone, as in Canada economy. Until Bianca say Canada yet, Canada yet, there be a metaname make Canada once say Canada is good. Beside America, me prefer to met na Canada, but I know just Canada ni US yepe enyepe. Why? Enyepe because US will state mark 50. Texas alone, me California. Me California because California economy no, almost about fifth largest economy in the whole world. The state of California alone, no, or more economy no, fifth largest economy in the whole world. Me the state of Texas. The state of Texas or more economy, more GDP so in Canada, so in Canada, you know. Until being Canada, Canada is good, but only US in yepe. One kasa wuni musa. Why? Ahanti abusia for said ya kano ya empire na na eguso aye bo no so nti mamenna Mr. Sam wase Mr. Sam minimisa wada minimisa wada ba se woti me nka me da wase pa onyankopon hira pa e won education a wo de ablaye no eye me ya pa se me ye se me beda wase na wo koye nanka me be ma vote of thanks kese pa nanka me be gina atiefo nyina na mu na kama da wase mama wase da piesie e na wantima nyina so ancha akoye no nti me ye sorry pa say mentimo engina eye amabusiafo nyina na mu anna wase ansa na wokọ because and education information what they apply no eye so insightful say obi biala oyi education about Canada biala dey so ye nyina ye say obesi akwa say video we because it is like what Becca started say immigration attorney kwanya we for so my education on Canada no I'm telling you obi boy immigration attorney wonim nti Mr. Sam me ne madofo ne mabusuafo ayo ha ye dia seda kase pa na seda piesie ma minisa wada but ye di nyankopon din hira obebre se wutimu nya time edivo to time betimu gina so this education we blind wutimu chere about Canada express entry my the distinction between Canada express entry as compared to American lottery my similarities my different like why are there onyankopon hira pa onyankopon hira pa na said the American education na wo de blind no ya mani nsi wo ha ya mani nsi wo ha meko so na my engage say na be ya aso when ebia obetima ye available no meko so edu aba show no so na further education bia betim dia ma bia no o dia ba be especially with IELTS no IELTS exams na Ghana for sura obo exams na Ghana for dwane no meko so atade waba ya meko so atade waba na wode education ni bebre abre madofo amani omotie yi na aboa mo obi atim anya akokoduro no atim de akwakotwere sa exams no na aboa ana Mr. Samuel so akọ what's up obi abedo na simi se wada o Mr. Sam ona Mr. Sam me ka se wada me tia na me do wase sa ona Mr. Sam network no ontimu nyina so Mr. Sam
Yes, boss.
me tia na me do wase because me se wada because I am ya so mentima na wase asa na woko sa ona
The line in a drop in Yami much now much me or quiz beach rotina and I may prepare tea. Me no mo kasa nyina na me sua de fam.
Wow. Not me kase me because it's a black me
Yes.
say Ghana pa as I said oda
Yeah, about 12:30. About 12:30 I'm watching.
me kura me referee me follow back yeah enka ya because me say also a lot a lot about the Canadian immigration process no so enti as to
Yeah.
Yeah, time bit my permit to obey less busy no. Meko so am wait my banner or more education on this area no. What more at the moment me follow back and I cause wedding come from there. Why? Me follow back.
Sure.
Yeah.
Na me pacho me person busa ya na brebe na oba life no.
When we say life no dear, once because of America, you know Ghana your time difference in Ghana ye dem pa se metimanya a specific time say the America say me the better life because I me kind of a intro. If I what you say.
Okay na
Yes.
na this ben to say be every Sunday na oba, every Saturday na oba na
7 days a week. There be a meba life twice a day. Every single day be a meba life.
Oh, okay.
Meba life twice a day. And they
Okay.
say buy, and they say me buy me
Okay.
call off. Me to just almost very 10 hours. Me call off for so every single day.
Wow.
I think come there. Meba life twice a day. Every day be a meba life.
Oh, okay.
And yet time man can stand
Oh,
up
okay.
na minti momo because me tia me wo yere oba anything bet my person so rush omo dem and I say be appointment nti area o ko set time ahia na we di intro nti me person me di intro nti no minti mo time no ba da bia me ba life da bia me ba life da bia
Okay. Good. And yeah, a woman me were around. Obetimi an notify me.
yes
So any of your life, obetimi an notify me. So my free. Then we'll just go ahead and give a little education because me feel say information there sabi nyame do domwa enya wo nko awo dia.
yes
So ahu.
Yes.
So wo bibi a eno na ye nyame som. So wo bibi na wo feel say wo nua hia bi a enya hwe information sabi wo yi a wo de ma atiefo yi wo kipu yi a ɛdeɛn benefit na be ma wo.
Yes.
So ahu. Yen so kakra sabi ye nimu yi sɛ yɛn nso yɛ kipu a ɛdeɛn benefit a na wo nko a bɛ enjoy no, at least you release part of what you know to others.
Mr. Sam, God bless you so much.
Oh, thank you, my sister. Thank you.
Mr. Sam, maybe I'm always for my people. And I want to request if I don't know if you can do that for us. Me pacha one day we in your time now watching for how to create say with the Canada Express entry you have to start by creating a profile. If you can help show them
step
that
by step.
Pacho. Request
the step by step.
Hey guys, everybody should follow him so that he can come on video and show all of us.
Yes.
Sure.
Mr. Sam, one day now I'll be trained, but trust me, thank you so much for everything. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. God bless you.
In fact, you guys are wonderful. Mama,
thank you so
a very
much.
warm reception I never thought of.
Oh my goodness.
I will be this warmly welcomed. On your platform, honestly speaking.
Unique Papa, no, Mr. Sam, me sorry, say me cut. And any pana me can answer one friend Unique Papa now, Wabason. Mr. Sam Pacho, go ahead. Pacho, go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted.
D.
Hello.
What's the DNA saying?
Unique Papa. Unique Papa. I think so also.
Let me see. Me on request here, but on your request here. And see, unique Papa say what me cancel request and because yes, also me patrol bit my request and na ye nding komo snappy, okay? Because me no so you be more than yet my peta metima aye show no now so education person de magana because mind you this is an educational platform until be biara me hu so no so nyankopon ache no aye niema Ghana fo be hia bia no oba me celebrate no na ma sere ne se onya time mo na me boy because yeah platform we no enu nti na ma platform we aye rich enu nti na platform we aye rich na ye so unique no ye celebrate nkofo a or more experience and knowledge in Brother is selfish. Per the typical Ghanaian or what dear be on a one check or better so be keep no be sika no ayama. But most of me co-panelists, I mean, you would selfless people. And so be so baso, not our much knowledge, not so you're selfless, yeah. I am in fact a bubu makoma pa necessity as celebrities and especially with Mr. Sam. Me pacho say moon follow Mr. Sam, I'm going to follow no. Okay. So with Munya a 1,000 followers yeah. Obetuma ba video. Okay. Say Mr. Sam, etimu do 1,000 followers yeah. Obetuma aba video. Send a most of educational person de blind no. Obetuma ya dodona in tutorials. Nti me sema dofo we de mian kasa personal appeal. Obia mo mo so be follow Mr. Sam. Okay. Obia momo de ni here Sam here SAMM and 2896 and it die mu ankasa we a personal appeal may ye because of one kasa we yo and wa hoto say na be ya obia nji usika and na da wo enya waza enya obukata and it die mu a mu me ntim follow Mr. Sam no nya 1,000 followers say na be ya say me person otimo request ba so on video a obetima ba video no otima me ya mo tutorials ntimi sraw Obi Biela Otime can be a moon follow Mr. Sam, no Timo reach 1,000 followers. Now when Timo on video, okay. Timamira is a unique request here. Okay, yeah, unique papa. Mr. Sam, me no baby says ya why me ba.
Yes, about
Mate.
Unique papa akwaba.
yeah, you have Nampacho upon here there.
Yanko Pan don't mean Pumo Yapana once way.
I mean, the money Juma, winning Madam Immigration. Be for real.
yes, with us. Thank you for the compliments. I can't want so much me pa, but I can't say a bit mania when you're to making como. Now, can you the much check your availability, Nanka every time or bit mania Nanka. Well, Bananka also the more education, blame said the name is some way. Until about me more crab, I say, wait my joining.
Yeah, near Brapany.
Yeah.
Yes, no correct. Me and Casano made the teaching program the big US.
Okay.
Nah, I mean, was that the last time? Maybe Bura Hall, maybe not deal or so, but now so I'm the kind of mammy buy, but I did follow you,
Yeah.
and I'm who say yeah, more boy, you mom, Casepa. And na me need din come on so that is the issue I may buy because I'm pimping na no go for be hia mo e beti me dia bo anti say be a teacher ni bi e wo Ghana na so person be child o krom a yo me wo links be 5 emu ba ko me fan say program institutions be 5 omo fa nkofo free Africa especially Ghana e do omo ba be child e wo US na pimping na math and science and then the major challenging aspect of Moshe because a honor me fan say vacancies be that
Okay.
apart from other aspects. But I don't know so interest other aspects in it because me kai say maybe me 2019 me dem will be or art a teacher art student art teacher me dem so me the man better make us on try but then nyame adom na o krom ha nipa be
Wow.
for as saying nti no yeah be the be ma na enye sikatua bia listen that's the point untu eska hwe untu ahwe even your plane ticket ko am na be twa ma even though omo be ma obetua difference no oba krom ha obetua di say bia obetua $750 plane ticket amount plane ticket na bro 750 ya bet ama no aba oba wo ye adwuma kakra no watua difference na aye de aka no nti enye obi na eba be ye enye obi na eba be ju sika bi ema obi nko ju sika bi e self thing because we try de na so person try de o ha me feel say so na ultimate your process ni ya enye omukra no obi na say your process ma because we be interview by yourself nti mahu sɛ nkɔfoɔ ka sɛ ɔkyerɛ adeɛ obi kyerɛ math ne ɛna obi kyerɛ science na mmom adeɛ baako ne sɛ wɔn sɛ Ghana no minimum obi a na ɔkyerɛ ɔkyerɛ math but wɔkɔɔ school as a university no na ɔkuta degree in mathematics na ɔkuta degree in IT but esan sɛ ɔbaa teaching field no mu no ɔte maths na ɔyɛ adeɛ but prince headmaster no ma ne hyɛ hɔ ɛkyerɛ math no nti ebi a ɔbɛkyerɛ maths deɛ bɛkyɛ sɛ sɛ okuta basic okuta Bachelor of Education in Mathematics. So wokyerɛ science a ɛkyerɛ okuta Bachelor of Education in Science. And I say be art and so biribi a ɔyɛ bi ɛsɛ Bachelor of Education. Most